Hi everyone, day 4 with Sue Bryce. Today's challenge is all about flowing and creating a map for you. I took a simple couch, a 2-seater couch or a love seat, and I took a simple white box and I saw how many times I could flow pose Jessica over the couch and over the box. I want you to see something that simple, a corner, a staggered couch line, an arm, or a simple white plain box. And I want you to think of 30 poses that you can do over to flow and get movement so that you can practice and become a master poser. What I did was I've mapped this for you so that you can print out these contact sheets and work through your flow. This is where I want you to be. This is an advanced portrait photographer. This is really exciting today and it's so easy for you to learn. Enjoy this challenge. Hello, Internet. Sorry, I couldn't resist that. I thought I looked really hot today until Jessica came and sat beside me. Anyway, today we're talking about studio props. This is a very hotly contested subject on my Facebook page, on my Creative Lives, and also on my email. So I get a whole lot of people asking me a whole lot of things about sizes and ottomans and boxes. I try everywhere I go, every country I go to get these wooden boxes. They're made of a very light wood, and I actually have gotten to Melbourne in Australia and I couldn't source any, so I made them myself and painted them white. I also went to, in Sydney, I went to a fashion retail outlet that was selling out and I bought a whole lot of different shape boxes. The more boxes that I can have in my studio, the more staggered poses I can create. So today, I want to put the challenge to this. I want to see how many poses I can shoot on one box. I want to see how many images I can shoot on one love seat. So this is a 2-seater couch and it has a good side on it. It's white leather. I think it's going to be really easy to photograph on, and I'm going to flow through as many poses as I can on these 2 props. Now, you've seen me pose on the bar stool, you've seen me do Fashion Quarterly, you've seen me freestyle, you've seen me spin around, but today, and I've showed you how to do a really good lying down shot on the ottoman. But I want to just see if you have a light scenario in your studio, how many great ideas that I can come up with just off this. Now, some will work and some won't, just like a normal shoot. And let's not pretend that everything we shoot is perfect. As I'm shooting, if I don't like something, I'll change it straight away. If I feel like something's working, I'll keep going into it. And I'll just see if I can create a bit of a map for you and a bit of a posing manual based on how many moves I can get on something this simple. Then what that's going to teach you is to look at a little piece of furniture or look at a box a little bit differently, open up to lots and lots of different poses that you can learn, so that when you're shooting multiple people, you keep it interesting, you keep variety, and you keep it moving outside of just the normal 5 poses that I taught you. Now remember, the normal 5 poses I taught you are the basis of all of our poses. Now we want to take it to the next level. So let's go for it. And I'm just going to keep this flow going, and then we're going to create a little bit of a posing manual for you from this video. So Jessica, I'm going to start off with a very typical pose. I'm going to move this. And a very typical pose for me would be when you put your feet up on the couch. That's it. Behind you this way. So tuck them in. That's it. Now slide back and keep your knees away from me in the front. And I just want your elbow onto here. So come towards me a little bit more and come this way and put your elbow there. That's it. And then keep your knees together. So this knee comes up higher. That's it. And then this one comes out. Now we do that for 2 reasons. If I tuck your foot in, you look like you've got no bottom leg. So we always bring the bottom leg in, and the top knee always goes over the top of this one to keep our knees together. This hand's always here, nice and simple, right there, and your chin comes around this way and engages with your front shoulder here. So just working your front shoulder up towards me a little bit more. In this position, I'll take a few different degree turns around you. So I'm actually going to start here. I'm going to cross here. Follow me with your chin. I start about here. I'm shooting today. You can see my big natural light space. I've got no reflectors because I don't need to. I've got so much beautiful light bouncing in here today. I'm at 2.8, chin this way a little wee bit more, Jessica. No, follow me this way. Good girl, stop. And I'm at 640 ISO, so that's right where I want to be. Perfect. So I can shoot this up high. I can come in a little bit closer. I can get you to lift that shoulder up, and I can get you to bring your chin long and down towards me. And I can shoot this a little bit closer and a little bit lower than your eye line here. So that's perfect. Beautiful little smile for me before I move on. Gotcha. Okay, then I do what I normally do in this pose. I get you to push your elbow back, and I get you to rotate your body towards me and lean across. Stop. Now long chin towards me and down. Don't move. And bring your knees around to me a little wee bit more. Good girl. So from here, I love that. Absolutely beautiful. Soften your eyes for me, Jessica. Beautiful. Chin forward, shoulder forward a little wee bit more in the front here. The shoulder. Set. So bring it this way. Good girl. Chin that way. Perfect. Now give me a gorgeous big smile. Go. Love that. From there, I would like you to stretch out. Well, actually, before you do anything, bring this elbow up into the center towards me. No, stay there. Yeah, just that elbow. Good girl. And just sort of use it to cup your face. So you bring this hand up and this hand across, elbow across, sorry. No, on the inside. Just that's it. So it's straight up and down. Now I just want the heel of your palm to go into here. Just cup your face this way. Don't move. Perfect. Good girl. Love that. And from here, beautiful. Love that. Chin up to me. Long chin. Push it forward. That's it. Good girl. Beautiful. From here, I want you to go onto your tummy. So slide back that way. And I'm going to pull you towards me. Very just easy that way. Perfect. I want you to scooch back a little bit more. So go there. That's it. Perfect. Perfect. And I want you to keep your feet on this side. Cross ankles so I can't see them, and just let them slide down that way. Yeah, so turn your body this way and put your elbows forward. That's it. Now tuck this one up underneath here. Let this hand go and long chin towards me here. So chin this way. Long. Now down a touch and work that shoulder up there. Perfect. Don't move. So remember, this is your pretty standard Ottoman pose. Relax those eyes down for me, Jessica. Don't be too staring at me. Just soften your eyes. Good girl. Little wee soft mouth. That's the one. We have got multiple poses in here in terms of bringing your fingertips up and just touching down with the back. Long chin forward and down. Okay, I just don't want to see that thumb. So if you just tuck your fingertips there, chin down to me now, working that shoulder more. Also remember, I'm not going to go into all the arm changes because this is just about using the props we've got. So we can do lots of arm changes and we can do lots of expression changes. We can also shoot around here and just get the top of that couch and do different angles. But today we're just going to keep moving through what we want to do. And now I want you to lie back down. So further, go back further. Okay, and I want you to lie here. Okay, so I want you to be on this hand. That's a girl. Perfect. I love this. And chin down just a touch. I used to do this shot a lot. It was one of my definite favorites. I think it looks beautiful on everybody. You do have to make sure that that front arm doesn't dominate too much. If you feel like it does, you can either bring it there up, but it doesn't go towards the camera. If it's dominating, it goes away from the camera. Okay, any dominating arms look too big and we don't like them. Sorry, that was a blank. Beautiful. Good girl. From here, I want you to stretch out with both of your arms and just bring your chin down to me here. That's exactly right. And I also like coming in here and doing a nice little close low shot like this. Beautiful big smile. I also like that you get a little bit of the pattern on the back of the chaise, on the back of the lounge, when you are that low, and that you don't quite get that cutaway. So now what I want you to do is to come off there and sit down onto the floor, and I'm going to push you back here. If you can bring that side around to me, Jessica, just that. Yep, perfect. And I'm going to come back And I want you to sit down on the floor. Perhaps push that couch back a little bit on this side. That's it. There. Okay, now sit down on the floor to me. And the easiest way to do that without flashing me is to just cross this leg over here. So I want your back to the couch. So turn and face me. Good girl. That's it. Now bring this foot towards me. That's it. Always in the front here. So I want you to lean back on the couch. That's it. Turn square. No, square to me. That's it. So scooch around just a little wee bit more. That's it. Now from the front, I can't see up between your legs because your knee come across here. Stay pointed. No, come up. That's it. That's it. So you cover there. Now I want you to lean forward onto both those knees. So this is a position that I always sit people in on the bar stool as well. So I just want you to bring this here. That's it. And I just want you to, you're sitting really upright, okay, because you've got really good posture. I want you to scoot your bum towards me. Yeah, so that you are, yeah. Now stretch out onto that. This one across, maybe go, that's it, and then this one across here. So I just mix up arms exactly as I would on the box, but I shoot it leaning back on the couch because I think that this is just a really good, okay, this hand, you need to turn it side on to me. It can't go to the camera, that's a girl, so it goes that way, and I want to bend in that arm. You got it, perfect. Okay, from here, there, okay, lips together and a tiny little smile. Gorgeous. I also shoot this here. Now I quite like this idea that we're going to stretch this arm across a little wee bit more. This one, that's it, stay there, but don't keep it bend into your, keep it onto your knee, down onto your knee, elbow, no, this elbow, that's it, perfect, lower, that's the one. Now keep a bend in this one, good girl, long chin towards me. I often shoot this way because I think it's just really clean. It's like a beauty shot and I love it. So I'm going to pull back a little bit more and get that hand in there. Jessica's actually really long because you're so tall. So someone shorter, I can shoot that a little closer, but you are so long. I'm just going to pull right back to here and I love that. Okay, from there, that's something I do quite often is I just lean back onto the couch like that. I just am trying to create an image with the couch in the background that gives the wall a bit of texture and just something a little bit different that is not entirely about being in a white space. Like I could take that couch away and just create a completely white space background, but I just like with that drop away at 2.8 that the couch is interesting in the background. Right, from here, stand up and I want you to this time sit pull the couch, stop, let me just do one thing. The one thing I didn't do, you're going to go on that side, is I'm going to shoot this side of the couch. So when I shot you with your knees up, this time I want you to do a directly front on version of that. So here, so your knees and everything is front straight to me. So it's really kind of like a sitting covered girl. It's not that angular one. Just put your right foot underneath and tuck it up. So that's it. Perfect. Okay. Now from here, I want that angle there so that you're creating a triangle with your right hand. This one here goes onto there. And I just want you to push your lower half away. I was too close. Keep going. Keep going. That's it. Stop. All right. Let this hand relax. Slide this one up and back and sitting up nice and tall, upright. So I love that. I'm going to shoot that there. Perfect, wait. Long chin towards me, good girl. Excellent, stay there. Now from here, I just want you to bring your chin all the way down, completely side onto me, pushing forward. That's it, stay there. Love that angle. All right. And now, I want you to stand up and let's have a look. This is something else I do. I would get you to sit. You can actually turn around that way, sit up on the side and put your feet up. So you're directly side on to me. Now, put your right foot down on the ground and I want you to lean forward onto this knee. So this hand comes onto the inside, that's exactly right, and this one goes onto your thigh. Now, here, I'm in almost exactly the fashion quarterly pose again. I'm staggering limbs, I'm creating triangles, And I can do this one and make it really modelly. Let's say bring the shoulder forward, good girl, long chin towards me, keep that one tucked in there, long chin out that way, you got it. And I can also shoot this here like that, chin all the way around to me now, keep coming, good girl, this way, keep going Jess, that's it, stop. Perfect. Or I can just friendly this up here, put this hand down, and now I want you to work the shoulder towards me and bring your chin down this way. And I can come into here too. Love that. Okay, I've just got to watch the back of this hand. As soon as I turned her around, I lost sight of where that hand was. So just relax it, make sure belly fingers, good girl, perfect. And then I want to shoot that again and show legs because it looks great. Now your chin is tucked right in, Jess, so push it towards me. So you'll see how easy it is for people just to revert back to a comfortable sitting position. We've got to watch them all the time. Bring this hand up, just touch the face. Bring your chin around to me this way, more. Bring the shoulder forward, more. Come in nice and close and hit this here. Now this hand I just want like a cup around here or even around your neck. That's it. Now your posture is so beautiful, but I want you to cave in more, more, more. Good girl. Now bring your chin around, long chin towards me. And just teaches yoga, so she's not going to like my posture. Your chin is tucked right in there, so push it towards me. Good girl. Work that front shoulder. Okay, there you go. Love that big, beautiful smile there. Gotcha. Okay, from there, let's go up to, I would even go so far, if this was all I had to pose on, I could even do this. Go around the back of there. And what I want you to do is this is gonna make a noise, I'm sorry. I would kneel on that. And if it's too low, I might need to bring you up, but I would even, that's it, perfect, there you go. I would shoot this on here, come across, because the good thing about stills is, now bring your elbows out for me and take one side across. Let's go this way. No, other way. Okay, keep this elbow out. That's the one. And your hands are over the edge. I want them to be on top. Perfect. Now, right up on the top with your elbow and sitting up nice and tall with your head straight and chin towards me. Good girl, stay there. I love that. Wow. So from here, I could also bring this elbow in and bring the hand up and cup the face here. So round the throat more, sit up nice and tall, pull your torso away and go down a bit lower. Good girl, perfect, don't move. Oh, I love that, Jess, it's such a gorgeous shot of you. Wow. Let's bring both arms up, elbows together, okay, and just sort of cupping the face, that's it, and then chin sitting down, love that. And you know what, chin up to me a little bit more. This is a shot that I took maybe 20 years ago. This was a really popular shot for me. It was a very, very modern beauty shot and I just loved it then and I love it now. Let's try just freestyling it a little bit. Let's bring the elbow across so that your fingertips can touch down. This hand can drop down across the seat. Stop. And then just bring your chin down and work the shoulder in for me a little bit more. Love that, don't move. Okay, I need to get your chin and your shoulder together. That's the one. Love that, good girl. And then I need this hand to slide over more. Keep going, stop. Elbow down, and I like that too. So from here, let's sit up. I'll put this back on, that couch. Very good. And from here, I could easily, I'm going to push this way, just use this couch for one of my favorites. So sitting on the edge there, just on the tip, feet that way, good girl, perfect. Hands sort of at the back and then leaning forward and then bringing your chin around. So don't tip your head back, tip it forward, but just turn the shoulder away from me. So what I want you to do here is I want you to get rid of that arm. So slide it there And I want you to bring your chin all the way to the edge and then tip in that way. Good girl, stay there. And there we go. Just using the edge of the seat. And I cannot see the couch at all. So now I'm just using it to flow pose. And of course, there's a million different ways I can do this one. Go this way, more. Keep going, stop. Let's pretend for 1 minute you can swap sides. So let's come around here, that's the way. So I just want you to now turn your shoulder to me this way because I want to see if the sleeve is different. And no, we had the right sleeve because I like that side even more. Okay, so from here, the next thing I would do would be, okay, from the front, step over here, Jess, I'm going to pull this over. What I want you to do is I want you to sit comfortably up on here again, just like you were on the floor, but just don't flash me to the camera. Keep 1 foot in front of you here. And I want you to hug that knee and just do a nice comfortable sitting series where I can just get a more friendly sort of, okay, from there, that's the one. Now, bring your right foot in and then hug that knee. Okay, perhaps don't cross over, bring that foot here. Because if you, there, that's better. That's the one. Now, let's use your arms up and over this side so you're crossing up over that knee on top of it. The one thing I never do in these poses is have a knee just sticking up out of the center. It always looks odd. I always have this hand up here when I hug the knee and try and get these sideways angles and then long chin this way. Good girl, stay there. Now, work the shoulder in towards me a little wee bit more. I love all of these close-up shots. You really need to push your chin towards me, Jess, more. And now this way, keep going, push that chin towards me. And the reason that I do these close-up shots like this is I feel like they fill the frame. I think they look really beautiful. This pose looks really beautiful with young girls that are wearing jeans. It's a young pose, you can friendly it up. But what I love is it shuts down all the body language and you can create this gorgeous tight frame filled with arms and legs, and it always looks great. Always hugging the body and lifting the neck up tall and pushing your chin forward. So just your chin down here like this. Okay, stay there. I'm shooting this nice and low, nice and tight, arms and legs. Now to me this is just friendly, cute, gorgeous, young, and I love that. Stay there. Now let's open it up a little bit and show you just how beautiful that can look back here. Now what I want you to do is I want you to bring this hand to your face so we can use this hand for our expression. Slide down so it sits on your hand. That's a girl. Straighten your head up to me. Long chin towards me this way. Down, down, stop. Now, I just need you to drop the shoulder and bring it forward. And this hand can come a bit lower and then longer, down. Now pull your hand away from your neck. The reason I pull the hand away from the neck is I feel like when the hand touches down, it can look too clamped on there. Oh, I love this. Beautiful. Good girl. From here, I want you to put your head into your hand. So I want you to use your body language, put it behind, up on top of your hair. That's a girl. That's it. Now, relax this hand out, over and around more. So it's real, like we're talking. That's it. Now, as soon as I see you go into that real pose, I know that looks real to me, and I believe that. So all I need now to believe is the most beautiful smile you have, and big grin, smile, big, 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 chin up to me. Really big smile, you got it. Wow. Okay, from there, so we leaned against the side, we fashion quarter lead, we sat against the side, we leaned against the back, we lay in the front, we lay across, and even every one of those still has a full 180 rotation on them. So let's have a quick look at what we took right now. I'm going to quickly take you through the map. As you can see, when we started on the first lean back, that would be one of my most classic poses, right from the very beginning pose. And then she rotated over. We could use her hands in this pose, as we did. We can pull back, we can shoot that horizontally as well. as soon as she lay down on the ottoman, there are at least 10 different variations you can do there. I absolutely adore that lying down pose. It's something I should do more often. Not so keen on this one because I feel like the front arm dominates too much, but we talked about that. I love how we can sit her down, shoot that horizontally with that white couch just coming in on the outside. And I love that side view. I like the Fashion Quarterly view on the side of the couch, which is amazing. Over the back of it, so easy just to create such a simple, beautiful beauty shot. And I love the side looking back, and then we're curled up on the couch. So we've got lots of beautiful scenarios there, and lots for you to practice, lots of flow. If I was going to do all of that in one outfit, I think she'd probably only buy maybe 5 or 6 of those images. If I was not going to move my white background and I would change her clothes. So I could have done that in 3 different outfits in one corner and still created enough images to sell a folio. So I want her to buy maybe 5 or 6 images in each outfit. So you could have changed her out 3 times and still not moved in your space. So if you are shooting in a small space and all you have available is a 2-seater couch, then that would not be a bad thing at all. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to change Jess's outfit, and I'm going to see how many shots I can take in, on and around the white box with a very similar principle. Now what we're going to do is flow pose over this white box, exactly as we did on the white love seat. I'm going to try and hold exactly the same pattern or a similar pattern. I won't sit her in front of the white box because I wouldn't do that anyway. Instead, I'm going to have her kneel and stand on it at the end. So I will get just as many poses from the simple white wooden box as I would from the white love seat. I'm also going to use this little apple box for her to sit on so that I can stagger her arms and use legs. So this is going to be a really great one for you to watch and try. Also, I think we need to focus on looking at the size of this box right now. So when Jess stands up, stand up nice and tall, Jess. This actually comes up to her knees. It's a very simple little white wooden box. You can buy an ottoman from a little white square ottoman. They're around $60 to $80 at IKEA. And if you can't, then you can make these little wooden boxes. Keep them light, paint them white. Remember, they drag around in the studio a lot, so we lose a bit of paint off them, and then you can just repaint them every year, keep them nice and fresh, and try and get as many different size boxes as you can, because it's so easy to learn how to pose on them. So I'm going to start with the very similar pose that we did before. I'm going to get you to sit down here, yeah, and on the side, no, legs on the side. Yeah, and I want you to turn this way and put your elbow here. Now, exactly as I did on the couch, but I want your knees together and I want them this way. That's it, stay there, stop. Okay, turn your body away from me a little bit more. I'm going to bring this forward, and you're going to use the white box the same way that you were using the white couch with the corner, and that one goes there, and then you lift up nice and tall. So the idea from the front is we're creating triangles. In our poses, I want 45 degrees here, chin comes around to the front, and I'm going to shoot that there. So from this one, I can start, I'm just going to remove that. I'm going to start around here, just like I did on the couch, and I'm going to get you to bring your chin around to me a little bit more, and I'm shooting down on this eye line, just a tickle. I'm going to pull back, I'm at 2.8, I'm still at 640. Bring your chin around to me just a little bit more, good girl, stop. And a little smile. I'm going to get you to work the shoulder up a little wee bit more. I'm going to get you to bring your chin down and around here, nice and close. Bring your chin around to me now. Good girl, lips together, little smirk. Lovely. From here, I want you to keep your knees together and bring them around to me. And I want you to slide your elbow back, and I want this hand to go across here. That's it. Now lean forward towards me till your elbow touches down. That's the one. Long chin towards me this way. And down there, stop. Perfect, don't move from there. Now this is where we can use this hand, so you can bring your fingertips up, you can stretch out. That's it, this is nice and soft on the box, hand down, ballet hands, good girl, fingertips there, not quite so much of a lean, and bring the shoulder in. Okay, that's perfect right there, and we're there. Now from here, as you can see, I'm just starting to pick up the wooden floor. So I don't actually want to do that. So what I'm going to try and do is stay back a little lower so I can shoot just below her eye line and shoot back towards the white wall there. That's it, perfect. And at any time too, I can turn my camera this way and shoot this horizontally or square. I'm just going to toggle that over, change my focal point, and there we go, beautiful. Now, from here we came up, just sit up nice and tall for me, and instead of lying down, because we can't do this, we can't lie down without the ottoman, I'm going to show you a version of lying down here. So I want you to come around here, Jess, and kneel down, and I want you to lie across there. That's it. So we give the illusion of lying down, but of course it's not. But if this hand just relaxes and then this one goes across there, we lead with this shoulder, we make sure we don't squish that arm, we bring the chin long and around there, then I can shoot this one horizontally this way. And even though it kind of, you can tell she's not lying down, it's just a really good way to crop in. I'll show you. I'm just going to pull back to here, and beautiful. Also, I can shoot this way, which is like a side beauty pose, and that looks great too. I once had a client who couldn't lie on her stomach because of her knees, and she couldn't kneel. So I put a second box up here and had her standing and leaning over just like this, and it was a great way to get a variation in posing. Okay, from there, our lying down pose. Remember when I had you lying down like this? So it's about you, good girl. So this hand goes on the inside. No. This hand goes on the inside. This one stretches across and in. Remember, you can't have it towards me. The elbow has to go, it goes across, just mirror me. That's it, stay there. And then lean there, that side. Perfect, don't move. So just touching down, maybe put it up under your elbow. Good girl. Now, flatten this inside hand. Good girl, that's perfect. And then lie, chin around here. And I'm nice and close here. Oh, I love this. So beautiful, wow. Stay there. Now, can this hand just come up a little bit more so that it is actually resting? That's a girl, perfect. Don't move. Wow, that's gorgeous. Okay, from there, after we lay down, I stretched out the arms. I did that both, and I didn't actually like it because we were dominating too much with the front arm. So let's imagine then that this one is coming up behind the head and supporting the head, and then this one is coming in on the inside, and let's try that there. So it's a little bit more upright, working the shoulder in. I don't want that clamped on the ear, I want it behind your head. So fingertips at the top of your head there, good girl. Now lean into it, and now bring your chin down to me here, down a little bit more, and I love that too. Beautiful. I am getting a little bit of body pushing away because I want that, and I want your elbow to go back towards you. I feel like the arm is leading too much. There it is. Let's try and take it again and see if we improve it. Chin towards me and down, down, stop. There it is. And I love that. That's much better. Also, let me try and take one a little further back. I don't think I need to see the box in the front. I think I like this crop. So let's have a look and you can see the difference. It looks good to me. Now, here, to get more expression, we can work the shoulder all the way into her stop, and there it is there. So it gives the, push your chin towards me now, Jessica, don't move, good girl. It gives the illusion that she is lying down, but she really isn't. Big smile right there, gotcha. I love that. All right, let me just take one more here, chin towards me, up, and beautiful big smile, go. Gotcha, lovely. Be aware what I just did then, and I didn't like it. I came in and I cropped too much of this arm off, and I just feel like it didn't work. I feel like that front arm is dominating here. All I did was pull back to here, chin up a little touch, and there it is there. And I love that. That makes a big difference to me, and I want that with a huge, big smiley, 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 go. Perfect. Good girl. Okay, give me teeth, smile, not gums. You just lift it up. That's the one. I love that. Also, this looks good too. Relax your hands down and just let your eyes go down like, no, put that up. Just, yeah, that's it. And just look down your body line. Just I just love this little downward angle. I love the eyelashes looking down. I think this is really beautiful, cropping into the hairline. I think that's a really pretty shot, always have. Okay, from there, when we were lying down, we then sat in front of the couch. We don't want to do that now. So instead, what we're going to do is we're going to do the sitting on the box version of that. We're going to sit up. No, we're going to do that at the end. Then we came around the side and we did around the back of the couch. We did this. So it's exactly right. Now remember, it's not about having your bum up in the air. It's about having, no, come up and over your shoulders. That's perfect. I just want you to go back down so I can show people when you sit down and back. Look how much shorter Jess looks here when she comes up and over stopped. And that's up and over her own shoulders and elbows. So a very significant rise coming up. And I really want you to master this. From here, I want your elbows towards the center. And I want one out further. So this one can go out that way. Good girl, stop. Now, long chin. And you need to bring your body towards there. That's exactly right. Go back with your chin too far forward. So pull back with your shoulders. Yeah, that's to go a little bit more. You got it. I can see the angle right now. There it is there. This is my beauty shot. Lips together. And I want you to push your chin up and towards me. Just stop. Wow, that's gorgeous. Soften your eyes for me, lips together, tiny little smile on your lips, just ever so slightly. You've got it, that's perfect. This is where we can bring this elbow in and this hand around. I can't do that without squashing my microphone, so I'll let you do it. So bring it to the center and then just touch your throat. Really simple here, this way, not back of the hand to the camera. Stop. That's gorgeous. Slide your elbows towards me, Jess, just a tickle. Elbows towards me, both of them. Good girl, more. Stop. There it is. Wow. If you want to include this hand, make sure that you do. If you don't want to cut it off, then you just pull back and you can crop it wider and longer because that's gorgeous. Also, you can shoot this horizontally right here, which I think is amazing. I want you to lift your chin up. I want you to push your chin towards me. More. That's a girl right there. Beautiful. Okay, from there, I want you to put both hands up, elbows together, and bring your elbow, that's it, and just touch down and cup very gently in here with your hands out. Okay, and then just bring your chin forward and sit in there. Bring your elbows towards me right now. Stop. I love that. Don't move. That is so gorgeous. Soft eyes. Bring the hands closer to the face. Push your chin up, lips together. And a little tiny smile in the eyes there. You got it. Stop putting your head down. Keep it up. Good girl. Don't move. Don't move. And more smile. More smile. Okay, from here, we came to the side a little bit more. So it was actually very similar to what we were just doing in the Ottoman shot. So let's just put it elbow out, this hand down, touch behind your head, and keep your elbow down though, and then roll the shoulder towards me. More. Stop. This is the same version as the lying down shot. I don't want to see this palm. That's a girl. So fingertips and tuck your thumb in. That's it. That's beautiful. Right there. And I need you to soften your eyes to me, Jess. Stop putting them down. That's a girl. Perfect. And nice soft eyes. Little wee smile on your lips. Work the shoulder forward a little wee bit more. You got it. That's gorgeous. Chin forward, down. Big smile. Go. More. Okay, big, gorgeous smile, good girl. Now what I want you to do is come around and sit up here. So your knees are that way. Yeah, so turn that way. Now, I just want this hand to go here and both hands like that on both hips. Now I want you to lean forward away from me. So point that way, good girl. Now this shoulder here, I just want you to turn it away from me, Jess. So there, and then you look over your shoulder at me. Okay, so don't tip your head back. It has to come around on this axis and then around that way. That's perfect. I'm just going to stand here and take a shot of that. I love the shot. I love doing the shot for everyone. Not everyone can do it. It's one of those shots that sometimes I try and it doesn't work, and push forward, long chin towards me. And good girl, there it is. Nice and low. See where my angle is right now. It's really, really important that you can see that I'm shooting Jessica right below the eye line all the time, and it's such a different shot. If you come up high and shoot down, it does not work. It does not work like the same, okay? From here, I now want you to, let's have a look, tip this way. Good girl, not quite so far, bring it back. And I'm just gonna try and work that shoulder in the front. I'm gonna shoot this here. Wow, nice and low, shooting nice and low, pushing that chin forward, Jess, don't tip back. Tip forward, stop, you got it right there. Okay, now, as I sit here, I can move her around and do multiple shots here. This is all one of my favorites, as you know. I love this, no different than the bar stool. Bring your knees around to me, put one foot up and one down. Now, stay towards me, that's it, point this toe in the front. The more you point this toe, the longer the leg looks in the front. Come forward onto your elbows again. Now, not with your torso, just with your arms. So you come forward like that, and we're always looking for asymmetry. So one has to be slightly different. So we want to hold the legs, we want to do lots of different, want to keep the elbows bent. And what I don't want is for Jess to push forward with the front of her chest. So I need almost a cave in. So it's real, that's it. It's really anti-posture. The supermodel is anti-posture. Okay, and from the front, I'm gonna shoot this nice and low here, below her eye line. And I just want you to push your chin forward and up, Jess. Now, as you know, this is a shot that I do all of the time. This is a shot that it's one of my go-tos. So you're going to do this 100 times, but I just wanted to show you how to use the white box and the apple box. Remember, you can come up onto your elbow, this elbow, and just use it on your, anywhere, no. Yeah, okay, swap over, but don't show me the back of your hand. That's a girl. Put it on top of that arm, just to the side. Yeah, that's it. Now, I want you around here, don't tip away from me. That's it, stay there, and here it is. So I can use the box chin forward, push that chin towards me, Jess, good girl, stay there. I can use the box a million different ways, and this is another great way to do it. Stand up, come around here. I'm going to put this little blanket on here because I don't want to hurt her knees, because this is a wooden box. Hold my camera for me. Don't drop it on live camera. No pressure. Okay, I always have little soft blankets like this in the studio. I'm not going to see it. What I'm going to do, Jess, is I'm going to get you to kneel on this box with staggered legs. So the legs are scissored and they're 45 degrees this way. And I'm going to show you why. When I get Jess on here, this way, Jess, knees this way. That's it. And I want your back come up, and I want your back leg out and your front leg back. So other way. That's it. Okay, now I want you on an angle this way, your knees. So that's it, stop. Now, what I want to work on here is when I bring this back here, can you see what happens to the shape of the hip as soon as I stagger the legs? I all of a sudden have this ability to move, and even though Jess doesn't have a lot of curves, we're going to try and give her as much curve as we can. So from here, I can get both hands up on the back of her waist, and I can get your elbows pointing back and your face that way. Just for now, I just want to show you that body line. I do this with curves, and I want the elbow to tuck all the way in, Jess, at that side. I do this with curvy bodies. I do this with lean bodies. What I'm trying to do is create exactly the same thing, and that is movement. Now bring your chin all the way around to me now, like all the way around, keep going, stop. Now I want you to pretend you've got a big booty and you're pushing it out the back. Good girl, stop, relax your mouth, look at the curve in her body now. Now, for a curvier body, exactly the same rules apply. We want a booty, we want a waist, we want to create a breast line. So it's exactly the same rules. Now that I've got her body in this shape, I'm going to drop her arms down both sides and just let them go completely flat. Now, I want you to fall into it. And because she's on her knees, she can do this. This is very hard to do standing up. And it's so easy to do when you're kneeling. And so now I can do all sorts of really great lines like this. Now, if I ask Jessica to stand like this, chin up to me, Jess, chin this way, stop, relax your mouth. If I asked Jessica to just stand in this position, I don't think she would be able to get this curve in her body. But you can do this on the knees. And this works so beautifully with a flowing dress, any movement. Now I can get her to do pretty much anything I want with the hands. And just to give you some fast examples, let's try backhand comes up and sweeps across. That's it, stop. Now give me heaps of bend through there. Good girl, that's perfect. Now I want you to hold across here. That's it. Now push across even more so I can't see. Good girl, stop. Now give me heaps of booty. Now open that shoulder up to me. Stop. Can you see the shape in her body right now? It works for everybody and it's absolutely beautiful. Now what I'm going to do is switch it up and I'm going to get you to just bring the shoulder in a little bit more. Stop. I'm going to go closer. I'm going to go to here. Push your chin towards me, Jessica. More. Good girl. There it is. More. Push it towards me. Up. More. Stop. Beautiful. There it is. Okay, so from here, now I can turn your body towards me or your upper body towards me, and I want you to put your hands on your hips like cover girl. So no different than cover girl pose, but now she's actually kneeling on the box. So kick your booty out that way, and I'm going to come in here, push your chin towards me, up and long. Good girl, stay there. Love that. Now from here, hold your elbows across your body, and I want you to kick out this way. That's it. Lots of shape in there, and we are there. Chin up to me, pushing your chin forward. Good girl, stop. Beautiful. And those are just simple, gorgeous cover girl shots. Now, I would finish with this very similar to what we did. I want you to sit this way. I want you to sit on your knee like this, the way you were. And I want you to hug that knee and turn around this way to me. Good girl, stay there. Now, I want you to bring your arm up and over and hug your arm the way you were when you were on the couch, lower. That's it. And so I just need this thumb to relax, and I need this elbow soft on that leg. There it is, but hold your leg. Always hands connected around there, like put your hand across there. There, that's it. Okay, now I don't want that hand to be back of the camera, so we either need to bring it hanging down but towards you this way. That's it. Relax it down though. We'll find it. The hands always have their own little mind of their own. Just turn this way a little wee bit. That way. That's a girl. Now long chin towards me and chin down to me now. Now, can you work that shoulder in a little wee bit more and chin down now. Down. Stop. That's it, Jess. That's beautiful. Okay, from there, I want you to, I can't see up your skirt from the front, so I want you to bring both arms up over the top of that knee because you're side on to me. All I want now to make this perfect would be able to see that space through there, so your foot can go to the edge of there, your heel, and your toe can go off. And I just want you to find hands that aren't to the back of the camera. So this one sits up there. That's a girl. Now just bring your chin all the way around to me now and down. I love that. Okay. Another back here, nice and long. And that's kind of a curled up version of the fashion quarterly pose where normally we would be on the box. Now I just want your hands to go between your legs, both of them straight down. Straight down, yeah, that's it. And bring your chin. Good girl, don't move. I love that. And now I want you to drop that foot down. Good girl, stop. And I want you to cave in through your upper body. And I want you to bend your arms. That's it, not that far, halfway. Elbows in, and I want you to turn and open your body up towards me a little wee bit. Stop. Keep that shoulder forward. Keep that shoulder forward. No, this one. And good girl, stay there. And then I'm going to shoot that there. Now don't tip your head back. Come around this way. No, the other way. Good girl, stop. Chin towards me and down. There it is. Cave in through your body. Give me a soft, that's it. There you go. Chin up. Relax your mouth. Vogue. Multiple poses on a white box. I don't know how many I got, so let's count them through now. Let's have a look at them and let's see what we're doing and how we're doing it. And followed the same pattern, just added the knees up on the couch after there. And I absolutely love that. Thank you so much. And I love the pink dress. Absolutely beautiful on white. So let's have a look at what we've got. Ooh, today it's day 5. Day 5 with Sue Bryce. This is something I have never done before. Today's challenge is all about posing couples. I'm going to take you through my traditional posing routine with a couple in my studio. I'm going to map it out for you so that you can learn my basic portrait posing. This is basic couple posing one-on-one. It's about simplicity, it's about hands, it's about connecting their bodies properly, and it's about body language to each other, and it's about variety. Today is a really exciting challenge, a great one to practice, and a great folio build for you. First thing I want to show you is where my clients are in relation to the window. So as you can see, all of my light here is hitting them perfectly right there, and I'm going to use this wall to pose a couple. So exactly the same way that I pose a single girl, but this is about adding on the boys. And same way I add on mum, but just with different body language, which changes significantly when you are photographing lovers instead of brothers and sisters or mother and daughters. It's the way they touch each other and interact that makes it a beautiful shot. So I've gone for the cleanest line possible. I've chosen a white corner. I've got a nice white diffuse light. I have a lot of light in this room, so I don't have a reflector here today, but if I did, it would be right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I'm going to pose these two, and I'm going to take them through a flow pose of stills just to show you how to keep the body language towards them, make their bodies look good, their body language towards each other, and try and do as many gorgeous, clean, gorgeous shots as I can. Now this is what I would call a traditional portrait. It's a little bit more funky in the crop than an old style traditional portrait, but it's a little bit more than an art portrait, or this is a shot that you get that's a perfect shot for mum and dad. It's a timeless shot. It's just a beautiful standard portrait that actually every single one of my clients require. So no matter how arty you're being in your couple shoots, always take that quintessential traditional shot, just like when you're at a wedding and you can be as arty as you want, but they always want that full length, full dress, bride and groom shot. This is the same version for the couple in the studio. Let's go. Okay, so from here, Tiff, no differently than when you're posing on your own, I just want you to turn your body away from me that way. Perfect. Now, I want you to kick your bum back to the wall. That's it. So turn your body 45 degrees. There it is, right there. So Mark, just bring your knee down, Tiff. So Mark, what I want you to do is put your feet on either side of hers. That's it, exactly right. And I want your elbow to go up on the wall behind her. So Tiff, I just want you to come a bit lower in your stance, and you can do that. That's exactly right. There. Perfect. Now, I don't want your arm to pop up over the top of her head, Mark, so I want it more across the wall. And the reason I'm doing that, so just more an angle up, that's it, is so that you can lean onto her and the wall takes the weight. Okay, from here, I want you then to connect your, okay, Tiff, your foot needs to go to the outside of Mark's around the back, because I need your whole body line to go, that's it. That's it. So as soon as I do that, instantly your bodies match each other. When you were on the inside, your body was in front of Mark's and you look bigger than him. So I need you to be the perfect size together. The second thing that everybody does wrong with couples is I often see the guys put their arms around the inside and the girls put their arms around the outside. So just do that. So put your arm around her waist. Okay, her arm will always go inside his. The idea there is his arms are bigger and stronger than hers, and that the body language is protective and masculine, as opposed to her being over the top of him. So I see a lot of the time women, so do it again, Tiff, put your arm up and around. I don't want her arm to look bigger than his. Also, a lot of people do it where they put the arm up and underneath Mark, and then her arm squishes down on top of. Never, never. Women always on the inside. So from here, she can do two things. Okay, open your shoulder up to me first, Tiff. So stay there, but just open your shoulder up to me so that you weren't in there. Just your shoulder. So keep your hand through on the inside. Yeah, inside. Yeah, but then open your shoulder up to me. Stop. Okay, I want her to open her body language up. From here, I want them to tip their heads onto each other there. And straight away, I can start working my pose from here. Now, if that arm bothers me, I can lift it up or take it away, Mark's arm. And if it doesn't, I'll leave it there, because sometimes it looks really good there and sometimes it doesn't. So you just got to work it through. I want their faces at the same distance away from me, right there and there. Perfect. Now, two things I want to look at now. One is, I'm going to come into frame to do it. One is I want to make sure that Tiff's dress is not bunched up there, because I want to show that space. And I just want to make sure that they're relaxed in their positions and arms around there, so stay open there and not too much squashing. And Mark, you're just slightly ahead, so if you go back, that's it. Tiff, you come forward and chin forward. Tiff, stop, don't move. All right, in here I have the sweetheart shape starting to form, so I love it when you open the shoulders up and then they can connect with their cheeks, and I like that whole shape through there, and I call it the love heart. So Tiff has fallen down and is pushing her head back, so I need you to pull right up, darling, and then turn your chin out to me this way. That's the one. And now Mark, come forward with your face. As soon as I set them and I think it looks good, yeah, okay, now I don't like Mark's hand there, so if you can hold that position and just bring it down so I can't see it, so you can still use the wall, Mark. That's it. And try up and over her shoulder, see if that works. And if it doesn't, no, it's not working, then just bring it down. There it is. Okay, now both of you pull back with your shoulders and the top of your heads. That's the one. So I start here always. So nice neutral expression, both of you, tiny little smile in your eyes. Perfect, don't move. Okay, I'm just going to reset my exposure on this camera, 1 second. So you can see the distance that I am away from them, and you can see now I've just got to take my ISO down because it's gotten very bright in here all of a sudden, and that should be perfect. I'll just quickly look at my focus. Done. All right, so Tiff has done it again. I just need you to pull back, Tiff, and bring your chin around to me, square. There it is, right there. Mark, bring your chin forward now. Chin forward and up. That's it. Stay out of her hair. So just, and then come forward. Now go back again. There it is. I can see it now. So from here, I start here. Tiny little smile, guys. And I always sort of take my first shot of my couple or my first shot of my client. I'm not too worried about their expression at this stage. I'm not trying to, I'm just easing them into it. I'm finding how they move together. It's really interesting when you see people touch each other for the first time and how they touch each other. Open that shoulder up to me, Tiff. Good girl, perfect. Now relax into each other a little wee bit more with your bodies. No, don't cave in that way, Tiff. That's it. So you stay head this way, that's a girl, and just snuggle in. That's it. All right, from here, I want you to come down a little bit more cheek to cheek. So Mark, come on this side of her here, and Tiff, pull back and let Mark come towards you. Okay, so you've come too far. That's it. Now just tip onto her, Mark. Okay, drop your shoulder, Mark, in the front. No, stay there. Just drop your shoulder down. That's it. Open it up to me. Good, good. Stay there. Nice. All right. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to come in the front here, and I'm going to take a nice little close shot. So I love this. Absolutely beautiful. This is where I want to be. I'm just checking faces. So Mark, pull back from Tiff. Stop. There it is. Okay, both of you. I'm looking at both of your expressions together. Relax your faces together. Tiny little smile in the eyes. Just ever so you got it. That's beautiful. Chin up to me, Tiff. Chin this way, darling. And again, love that. So as you can see from the still, this is how close I am. Wow. Oh my gosh. Okay, from here, chin up, Mark. So you're going to go chin up, Mark, and she's going to stay there because the boys have to stay chin up because it's nice and masculine. It's really strong on the face and it looks great. So looking good. See, here we are. Don't move. Okay, from there, nice and clean. Okay, chin up, Mark, a little more. That's the one. And Tiff, chin up 1/2 inch. You got it right there. Okay, and so quickly, I'll just, oh my goodness, that's beautiful. So we're going to go through a couple of real quick expressions here. Lift your cheek up to him a little bit more, Tiff. So that's it. Squishy in, both of you, a little bit more friendly. That's it. A little bit more of a smile. Okay, big grin, go. I love that. Okay, before I move, I get up to there. Now, that's really beautiful. I want to show you a few simple moves that could make this better. Make this variation. First of all, I want you to put your hand on his chest, Tiff, and then bring the elbow on the inside. So just higher on his shoulder. That's a girl. So out a little wee bit to me, and open your body up a little bit more. Don't cave your head in. That's it. So you can bring the hand down now, so it's side on to me, so she can hold his chest. She can go up under his arm like that, in the front, and hold the back of his shoulder, so it's like a love heart, so it's there. Now just open up to me, Tiff, inside there. I love that. All right, now if Mark's arm becomes compromised by that, we need to shift that up. So Mark, if you turn your hips towards Tiffany more and pull back, then you can put your arm up and under hers, around hers. So I'm going to come in close and I'm just going to get you to hug up. That's it, beautiful. Now this one requires you to pull back with your shoulders, Tiff, there, more, and then tip onto Mark's cheek. That's it. So now I've encircled them, so when I come in close I can do two things. This is a nice serious shot, you two. All right, you've got the woman you love wrapped around you in your arms, and we're really nice and close here. And I can shoot it this way too, which looks absolutely beautiful. Okay, Tiff, chin out to me this way. I'm just going to get that bit of hair there. So go out to me this way, Tiff, and come up a little higher so that you're not so low. So lift up a little bit more, darling. That's it. Now long chin towards me. Chin around, stop. Okay, and forward. Mark, go this way with your chin. No, yeah, perfect. Okay, stay there. Don't move. And I'm going to take quite a close cross section there, just of their faces. My bad. All right, beautiful. That's all about that. It's two beautiful faces right there. From here, I can change the hands around, but now what I want to do is put Mark back in that leaning position, and I want you to use the wall to pull back away from her, Mark, so that there's some distance between you. Now I want you to hold her arm, no, on the outside, always on her outside. That's it. Pull back from her a little bit more. Now look at each other this way, and you can use the wall this way to interact. So Tiff, you need to turn 45 to me. That's it. So that, and when you go forward with your face towards Mark, that's it. You're not side on to me. So what you're doing is go lower with your hand, Mark, and through with your arm, Tiff. So not too far though. That's it. Lower with your hand, Mark, around the small of her back. That's it. Now I want you to lean towards each other, right? So that you're almost forehead to forehead. And then you can go in here and snuggle in here. So what you can do is, Tiff, you can look at me all the way around. Keep going. And Mark, you can just lean right into her, snuggle in. Okay, so what you don't want to do is do that stare where you're leaning against someone looking at their face and you're about an inch away. Yeah. So what I want you to do first is just both of you 45 down and just towards each other here. Okay, now just lean in like you normally would. Okay, so cuddle in, beautiful. And as soon as you get to here, I can come up nice and close, and I'm going to talk you through two different things. One of them is I want you to squeeze each other really tight, and she smiled. Okay, and then I want you both to do a beautiful big smile looking down this way. So squeeze her, tickle her. Anything you got to do, look down, look down, look down, look down. Okay, so here. Right, now, from here, pull back, Mark, a little bit more. Pull back again, use your arm, push away from her. And just like you're going to give her a kiss on the cheek. So just eyes down, Tiff. So that's the one. So just snuggle in, that's it. But no lips, just nose. So there, that's the old smell the air. Oh, I'm thinking of Roberto. Roberto would be like, oh, smell the air. No, that's bad. And we go, that's bad. Okay, from there, whatever you're going to do to make them laugh, get in here. And this is where you can get really close expression. Again, if that arm is bugging you, you can do two things. Lean back onto it, Tiff. Take your weight on your back foot through. That's it. So keeping your weight on the back foot, but roll towards me. That's it. There. And go back with the arm again, Mark, so that you can steady yourself. That's it. So come back in. Just watch the hair. And if that arm's getting annoying, just drop it down. So if you can see it, just take it down to there. But you can still use it to take your weight. Okay, so from here, I want you to do the same thing. Go back lower where you were, Tiff. And just getting people to interact is not an easy thing to do. If you've ever photographed a couple that won't go near each other, everyone knows that. So odd. So all you want to do is talk to people around their expressions. So if I start here like this, chin towards me, Tiff, which is where I was. Mark, bring your hair, face out of her hair. That's it. Now go back. If I start them here and then I work them through, so then I can just roll them towards each other and pull back just a little wee bit. So roll your faces together. So, and then, no, pull back with your shoulders and roll your foreheads together, like just a little bit more, so halfway, just towards each other there. And that's where I start, but not looking at me, looking down. Okay, and then I just talk them through as much as I can here, laughing. I try and get them to laugh, squish, and do as much as I can. And what I'm just trying to do is work out where they feel at their most natural together. So you can give her a kiss on anywhere on her face. Just give her a kiss on the side of her face. Stay looking at me, eyes down, Tiff, big smile, go for it. So I can get them here. I can do it the other way around. So I can get Tiff to pull right back and look up at Mark. So pull back, Tiff. That's it. And so that's beautiful. Okay, from here, I love that. Now just tipping towards each other, foreheads towards each other. That's beautiful. Big smiles, you two. Oh, you're sickening. It's so gorgeous. Get a room. Okay, so this is where I pretty much stay in my traditional portraits. Yes, I try and get as much interaction, as much laughing, as much cuteness as I can out of people. And you know, sometimes when people are a bit shy to do that in front of you, just make them do it. So get them to just be comfortable in that position. Now, first thing I do then is swap places. Is I'll put Mark on the wall and I put Tiffany here, but I put her on the outside with her back turned. Okay, so straight away I get Mark to put his arms around her, and you can come with your feet apart because I can't see you, so it just drops you down that little bit. Now what I want to do with both of you is put your arms on the outside of her, because it's natural, isn't it, to go up and under her arms. Do that. And that's what I don't want to see. I see this all the time with couples. I see her arm dominating and I see his arm up underneath, because that's your instinct to wrap your arms around her body. What I want to see is stay there, Mark, and just slip your hand on the inside. Two things happen. One, she gets slimmer. She gets smaller than him. He's protecting her. He looks bigger and stronger. She gets a better shoulder, and then she can use his hand to hold his butt. She can do a sexy shot like that. Now what I want you to do, Tiff, is very gently is to rotate towards me, and same with you, Mark. You need to open your body up towards me. So they're not side on to me, they're here and here, and hold fingers tight, because then you haven't got hands on the belly. Now your weight needs to go on your back foot, Tiff, that's a girl, and then you need to bring your chin straight up and down and then towards me. Now, Mark, you need to let her come forward a little bit, so push it. So Mark needs more room, that's it, to bring his arm out. That's the one. Now Mark, tip onto her like this. Yeah, so link fingers, you two, tight. So you come around, just hold and bring your elbow back in, like don't hold it, yeah, just hold it normally, that's it. Let's let go of, wait a minute, let's have a look. Just bring your chin back, there it is, okay. That back hand, Mark, put it over her other hand so that, yeah, you're holding both hands. Perfect, perfect. Okay, now, Tiff, because I've got you pushed back, he's not getting his arms around you, so you need to go straight and then back to him. So, yeah, it looks natural. Now, tipping onto her, nice and tall. Exactly the same as the last one, but what I'm doing here, Mark, chin that way, this way, that's it. What I'm doing here is I've simply got them around the other way. Now, I want you to hold that position and just shimmy away from me, so I can get more space. Perfect. All right. Now, Tiff, tip forward an inch like this, and Mark, come with her. So come towards me. That's it. Not you, Tiff. Chin up. That's it. Stay there. All right. Exactly the same rules apply here in terms of interaction. You can do two things. She can hold around the back of his jeans, but you can bring your arms in, elbow down. That's it. And then I can get Mark's arm down, and you're locking fingers all the way around your body, so a little higher, maybe even up to the boobs. That's okay. So maybe try, you hold your hands, Mark, and then she can hold over your hands. So you link fingers, that's it. So you're over her heart, I open her head, up there in the diamond, and now pull back, Mark, and just tip towards her. Stop, that's perfect. All right, from here, you can make exactly the same crop line, using the wall, using that corner. Beautiful big smile, you two. If Tiffany had jeans on, Mark, just pretend that you're putting your thumbs in her jeans. So you pretend to put your thumbs in her jeans and you go straight down. You can put your hands, yeah, you can put your hands there, and that looks really cute. She can lift her shoulder up. You can do that Calvin Klein look with jeans. Chin this way, Mark. Okay, that's beautiful. Oh, I love this. All right, now, beautiful big smile, you two, nice and friendly, right down to the jeans. I love that. Okay, love that. Right, this time, Mark, pull back and then go to give her a kiss here. And Tiffany, look down over your shoulder. That's it, stop there. So just snuggle in, Mark. Not so much side on, but just like you're just, like, don't, like, hold there and sort of look there. Like, just do it naturally, like you're really going to go in there for a kiss. And that's it, beautiful big smile. Both of you, big smile. Oh, I love that, I love that. Okay, stay there. Perfect. Look at that. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Okay, so from here, Tiff, you can look over your shoulder with eyes there. Mark, you can look over her with eyes down her boob line. Okay, so that connects them. It's kind of weird how that happens. I'm shooting it nice and low, clean lines. Okay, no smile marks, so serious. Pull your shoulder back, Mark, so it's nice and open to me. That's it. And I'm here. So there. That's it. Perfect. So you can get up nice and close here. You can do whatever you want in terms of expression. Let's do some quick fire ones so that you can see lots of options. Both of you, big smile now. Okay, both of you, like you're going to get a kiss from behind, just a smooch, both of you, smooch into each other. Okay, big smile, big smile, big smile. Okay, back to me, cheek to cheek, looking at me, face this way, Mark, that's it. Okay, now squish in, big smile. Perfect, perfect. Okay, wrap your arms all the way around her. I'm horizontal, that's it. Love that shoulder. That's gorgeous. Pull away from each other just a touch. Nice serious face, but just a little wee smile in the mouth, just a tiny little bit, Mark. Beautiful. All right. So I'll have a look at how many shots we got here, because that's a quick fire round, and if this was a portrait shoot, I'd quite happy that I got at least 5 gorgeous shots that I could put in their folio. I want to move on. I want to get them dressed and take another scenario, and I just want to make sure I got some real connection between them. And yes, if you want to take more time, by all means, but we don't often have time. So the idea is that we want to flow through our sequences as quick as we can, take the best portraits we can, get them dressed, move on. So the next one is very similar, but I'm going to choose the black V-flat, and I'm going to put them in brighter clothes, and then I'm going to take another traditional series, but this time using the bar stool. Happy practicing on that wall. As you can see here, all I've done is change the black V-flat, so we were on white, now I've popped it into black, and I've changed their clothes to darker and neutral. We're still on traditional portrait, so I've sat Tiffany down on the white bar stool, and I'm going to get Mark to come in here and stand behind her, and this way I can bring him in this side of the shot, and I can get them to interact through the staggered line. So it's easier to pose somebody that's slightly higher than it is to pose people that are exactly the same height. And so I'm always buying boxes, bar stools. I prefer the bar stool that goes up and down with no back on it, because I can adjust Tiffany's height depending on Mark's. Now, because I don't have an adjustable bar stool today, I'm going to show you how I make do with what I've got. And so I will turn Tiffany 45 degrees to the camera, not too far, and I'm going to get Mark to put his feet apart. Now, when you put your feet apart, you drop down in height, and it makes it a lot easier. So you can go even lower. I can't see the bottoms of your legs. I'm going to cut you to here, so you can't actually tell to the camera that you've done that. Now what I want you to do is I want you to put your arms around Tiffany this way. So you've got a couple of choices. You can hold not on the boob line, so just below it. You can hold just a bit higher, so I don't want him holding your tummy. I want you to pull away from him, so slightly, that's a girl, and then I want you to bring your chin back before you two connect again. So you're going to tip away, and Mark, you're going to tip down towards her. So one of the biggest problems, everybody does chin this way though, Mark, looking at that camera up there. So one of the biggest mistakes that people make when they do this pose is your weight is going on to Tiffany, and ultimately she starts to sag here, like relax in your posture, and then that happens a lot, and I see it all the time. So what I want you to do is, and let me take a shot of it because I like to show you what not to do, because you know everybody does it, including myself. I don't want Tiffany to look like she's getting pushed forward, and I don't want it to look like she's falling out of the frame. Another one I don't like is when they turn the top person side on. No, so you stay in there, Tiff, but you come around to the side. It doesn't look good there. Okay, it's about both of them being on the same angle. Remember, we're learning about angles now, so it's really important that we open this up. It's about Mark being open as well, because I want his body to look good. I want hers to look small, his to look manly and big and protective. I want them both to have the same face plane, so that I'm shooting at 2.8, and it works out perfectly for both eyes. And in order to do that, I have to watch where both of their eyes are. So chin this way, Mark, and face forward, Tiffany, and then chin down, engaged in here. Now, when I get both of their faces right, I've got to make sure both of their faces match each other, because there's no point taking a good shot of both of them if neither of them look like they're connected to each other. So I've got to make sure then that their body language matches. So fingers are relaxed, holding each other tight. That's beautiful. Mark, pull away from Tiffany, and then both of you tip towards each other. That's it. Maybe not so much from the top of your head. Chin towards me, Tiff, so don't get too low. That's perfect. I'm going to shoot this nice and low. Tiffany's eyes are going the colour of Mark's shirt. Everything looks good, and I want a tiny little smile in both of your eyes. Nicely done. That is a beautiful traditional portrait right there, if I say so myself. I just mean that this is what people come for. They want a beautiful shot like this. I mean, before we take it to the next level, this is a gorgeous shot. Just keep those angles right. Watch the body language. Make sure her body's on the inside. If she needed more slimming, I would just put her right back on her right butt cheek so her bum was projected away from me. The shot would look exactly the same, but she would just look a lot smaller. So you can slim the girls, you can still do everything we normally do, but we're just introducing a couple. Now Mark, pull away from her again. Tiff, open up to him this way. Now push back. That's it. So see how Tiffany opening up, chin up, Tiff? Tiffany opening up suddenly made this shot different, and I'm going to shoot this here. I want a beautiful smile from both of you. Mark, bring your face forward towards me. That's it. Oh, beautiful shot for Grandma. Okay, this is where I think to myself, great shot. I want to do all these sequences for my family shots, but at the end of the day, I want to do something that's hot. So, good traditional shot. Let's mix this up. How about just for a couple, you pull back and then bring your chin, just like we did on the wall shot. You bring your chin down and he brings his face down to you, like nose to forehead-ish, and you come together nice and close. Beautiful. But we look like we're very sad, the two of us right now, and we're supposed to be happy and in love. And your nose towards her, Mark, so squish towards her. That's better. That's gorgeous. I like that. Squeeze tight, yay. Okay. Now from there, what I want you to do is you bring your face all the way around. That's exactly right. And Mark, just squish in nice and low, nice and close, chin up, Tiff. That's it. And both of you relax your mouth right there. Love that. Stay there. Okay, and this will also look gorgeous in black and white. So eyes down and relax, Mark. Don't just stare at that. It's the one. Okay, now let's try this. How about you swap places? Now, how about man sits down and 45 degrees, but he's not going to do anything the girls do. He's going to be open and wide. Okay, his hands can just stay there. This is where the guy sits up and she drapes. Now, when the woman is in the chair, the man wraps. When the guy is in the chair, the woman drapes. And we've got a few choices here. She can drape her hand across and then put your feet apart so you're nice and low. That's a girl. And then you come into, so your hand's on the back. It's not over here, right? We don't want the hand in the front. Really important. It's here. And you're going to bring your chin slightly, but she is coming to you. So this is like, you know, this is my accessory here. And then you can go chin this way, miss, that way, and tip onto him there. Okay, so let's try a couple of different things here. He's sitting upright, very traditional. This is beautiful, but I don't know if I like that hand in the front, Tiff. So what I'll get you to do, that's it, is pop it under there. Right, here we go, like there. Now, Tiff, why don't we do one where you put your arms all the way around him. That's it, on his chest. So yeah, that's it. Now a bit wider and lower, not so tight. That's the one. And then your chin comes out this way and you lean onto him. That's it, perfect. Just not too much here. There you go, good girl. Now not too much lean either. So just feet apart, legs apart straight, good girl. Now I don't mind if your butt sticks out the back as long as your face is where I want it, chin that way. Okay, Mark's sitting tall and proud, that's beautiful. So nice and tall, Mark. And now I want you to hold her hands. So however you feel comfortably, however you would hold her hands, like just cross fingers, wrap them around, pull them down where you feel comfortable. So don't place your hands, just, you know, if you want to lock fingers with her. Yeah, that's exactly right. So just squeeze her in tight, but you're not doing any of the girl position. That's exactly right. Okay, from there, that's beautiful. Big smile, Mark. Okay, tipping onto him this way. I don't get it. See, when I see hands like that, if I don't feel it, move straight away. Like, don't try and make people do something. Put your thumbs in your jeans. Guys always look good when they're doing all the traditional poses, and it's okay for him to be just sitting and her to be posing on him because it looks good. And I want to do what looks good. Tip towards him, Tiff. That's it. There we are, right there. Love that. Okay, gorgeous. Exactly like that. Natural light. I'm at 2.8. I'm making sure the eyes are together. Big, big smile, Tiff. Now give me a gorgeous, you're the one snuggling into him now. So just bring your nose towards him. So pull back a little bit, and just like you're going to give him a kiss there. Big smile, Mark. Okay, that's perfect. Mark down this way. And snuggle in nice and close, both of you. Okay, chin up, Tiff, don't get too low. That's exactly right. All right, now, so we've swapped them around. I also have done this. Let's stand up, Mark, and grab that white box for me. I'm going to pull this one out. I've got the plain white box. Swap over, Tiff. Mark, I'm going to get you to stand, and I'm going to get you to kneel. Now this is an interesting choice because it doesn't change her height, but what it does do is it changes her body language quite significantly. Mark, turn this way, turn your body towards him and go towards him, yeah. So you're just kneeling, bring both knees towards him. So what I do with this is I do two things, is all of a sudden now that you are not standing, you're on your knees, you can actually lean back. So I want you to hold her really tight around the waist, and you're going to come up here, so this stays on the inside. That's it, so you can go onto his chest there. That's exactly right. Chin around this way, yeah. And nice and tall, Mark. So let me go. Okay, come down, there it is. Nice lean, chin this way. And Mark, lean onto him there. I'll say, let's see if this works. Okay, no, chin forward, Mark. And chin around to me, Tiff, a little bit more. That's it, stay there. It's that working of the shoulder. Now, this works for me when this is lower, and because it's not lower, I'm just going to show what normally happens. So I'm just going to pretend for 1 minute, this might be too high, but we'll try it because I want to show you guys something simple that I do. Mark, go above her. Okay, so normally, okay, turn around, no, that's too high. Do the same snuggle and let me just see, no, we're out of frame, jump down, it's not working. Let me try to take the box out, that white box, and let's just try, just lift it. Just try going lower with your stance. So when your feet go apart, no, wide, because I can't see them. Yeah, I'm just going to drop Tiff down because I want to just show one thing, and that is when you do get that stagger, he can really pull her waist in tight. So the idea is that he's creating that shape there. She's using her front shoulder, chin towards me, and now tip towards Mark. Chin this way more, and Mark, come down to her. Now open up your body to me, Mark, stop, that's it. Right there, beautiful, okay. Take that. Mark, come forward with your face. More. Okay, love that. Tiff, put your hand down and up and under his arm or around his waist. Stop. Okay, Mark, chin this way and up. Chin this way, Tiff. Stop. Serious face, Mark. Nice. Little wee bit less smile in the eyes. That's the one. Okay, both of you. Little wee touch of a smile. A little bit more. Chin forward, Tiff. Don't scooch up, and take your weight behind you. So push your bum that way. Push your chin towards me. Mark, come with her. So create some space. You two are getting too close. Okay, so pull away from each other a little wee bit more. That's it. Beautiful big smile there. Gotcha. Okay, I feel like Tiff, you're like this. So just come up to me here. That's a girl. Now do that again and onto her, Mark, now. So chin down. That's the one. Stay there. Long. Chin down. Mark. That's it. Stay there. Lips together, Tiff. That's it. Tiny little smile. No teeth, both of you. Oh, one more. Sorry, Mark. There you go. Beautiful. Okay, that concludes where I go with my traditional couples in terms of just taking a traditional couple portrait in the studio. Make sure you work through those different poses, keep it simple, try and stagger them, try and keep her lower. If she's taller, you can just make her do this. If he's really tall, you can make him do that. If they're really odd heights, you can put one of them on the bar stool and put the bar stool up and down and use their heights. As much interaction as you can together, and nice traditional rules. Watch where the hands go. Make sure hers go on the inside of his go on the inside, out, up on the inside, his go on the outside. Make sure their shoulders are working. All the same girl rules apply. Weight on the back foot. pulling away. If they get too close and it's starting to look like they're out of structure, pull them away and then reset them. Constantly talk to both of them about the distance of their face to you if you're shooting in natural light and you're at an open depth of field, because you don't want to get one out of focus. And then just keep talking to them. The more you talk to people, the more they find their own groove. Happy practicing that. Often I have ideas for poses or I have ideas for shots and I never know if they're going to work. I used to rip pages out of magazines. Now I have an iPhone, so I take photos of just about everything I see, and I always think I'm going to replicate this one day, and I wait until I either get a couple that can do it or look like it, or I practice it until it becomes part of my repertoire. So simple things like this. I saw this in a magazine, and it was actually a fashion shot of just a girl and she was squatting down. So if you squat straight down there, Mark, right where you are, that's it, perfect. So it was a girl squatting side onto the camera, and I really loved the look. And when I saw the shot, I kept it on my iPhone. I thought, wouldn't it be cool if I did this with Tiff and Mark and just curled her up inside his legs? So I want you to curl up, but I want you to bring your elbow, yeah. So he's going to have to take the weight of you leaning, but that's okay because he's in a squat, but we'll try not to hold him there for too long. Push your body away from him, Tiff, so that you've got some space, and your head away from him so that he can now lean down onto you. And I just want to shoot that curled up like this. So point your toes, Tiff, and I just kind of work the pose now. So I love it. If I didn't like it, I would change it out now. I just go and have a look. I'm really liking what I see. I love that he's in a squat and that I can see that both the bottom of the backdrop, and I love that I can see his shoes. So let's have a look here. Both of you, this is quite a dark sort of film noir, a sort of darker shot. I'm going to keep it in colour and sort of, I'm trying to channel my Annie Leibovitz here. So nice, strong, chin up to me, Tiff. Chin up to me a little bit more, Mark. Oh, you've both got the perfect expressions right now. So let me shoot that. I love that. Let me go again. And I'm just trying to create something that's very traditional portraits, but that's also very pop right now, very pop culture in terms of it being funky. I love Mark's shoes. I love that you can see the bottom of that backdrop on the wooden floor. It's all very cool. So there, and I like that. And okay, so for the next one, Tiff, what I'd like you to do is bring your chin that way a little bit more. Good girl. So chin around and more supermodel. Lift up tall. Go back to Mark. Straighten your head up though. That's a girl. There it is. Right there. Perfect, you two. Wow. All we need is your little puppy sitting on your knee, and it would just be a perfect family portrait right now. Okay, from there, love that. Okay, soften it up, you two. Little tiny baby smile, gorgeous. Love that. Perfect, perfect. Okay, from here, I want you to maybe go lower, Tiff. Pull your body away from Mark. Mark, are you okay in that pose? Yeah, okay. So you're actually holding it really well. So just lean onto a more elbow through. Actually, do that, but bring your arm on the inside of his arm. That's it. Up onto his leg. I don't mind seeing it. And pull away with your body now, Tiff. That's the one. Now, Mark, just turn chin. That's the one, and come down to meet her a little bit more. So you can cave in your posture a little bit because you've got such good posture. All right, there it is, right there. I love this. Okay, Tiff, you need to bring your chin towards me and that way, and not so starey. Just bring your mouth up. That's a girl. Perfect. Oh, wow. That's so incredible, guys. It's just like beautiful. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this up. So I'll let you stand up and we'll do something more traditional in that standing pose. So how about you go around the back of Tiffany, and Tiff, this time I want you to stay exactly there, 45 to me, so turn that way. Go a bit lower because I want Mark to be above you. And Mark, I just want you to wrap your jacket around her like she's wrapped up in there, and then put your arm around her this way, that's it. And you're just going to keep this shoulder nice and sort of in there. That's it, stop. Okay, and from here, now I'm posing you from the side, so when I get to in front of you, I might just bring you around a little bit. So Mark, open up to me a little bit more. That's it, stay there. So what I'm going to do now is, I like how this is all working. I'm going to stand in front of your camera. I'm just going to come to here. Okay, I'm going to take a nice wide. Okay, so if I'm going to shoot this Annie Leibovitz style, so really contemporary, Mark, you need to pull away from me here. Chin goes that way. That's it. And then Tiff, go back to him. I'm shooting it nice and low. See where I am in relation to them? Okay, now, love that. What I'm going to do is just pop this jacket back on the inside so it's not about that, and then you can bring your arms back over hers. Nice shape in your shoulder, Tiff. Pull away from him a little bit with your face. That's it. Now bring your chin back to me. Now open your body up to Mark. Now Mark, come forward. Stop. Don't hide in her hair though. Come forward, Mark. And there it is. Perfect. Okay, love that. Very traditional, but still really funky, really gorgeous. Right. One more shot there. There. All right. From here now, I want to, let's swap over. So Mark, come forward, and Tiff, you can go behind him. And very similar to what we're doing on the bar stool, I want you to come down a little bit lower, Mark, thumbs into your jeans, so just a relaxed position. And I want you to lie onto the back of his shoulder and his arm. So you can put this arm up under here. That's it. And just turn your, okay, so same pose, just come around to me this way. Don't move. Perfect. Okay, chin this way, Tiff, so that you're, that's it. Chin this way, Tiff. That's the one. Stay there. And Mark, around to her with your face. Oh, I love this a lot. So I need to, no, it's all right. I'm going to come around the back of you. Just because I want more space around them, because I love it and I think it looks really gorgeous. Chin around to me now, Tiff. Okay, Tiff, chin around a bit more. That's the one. Bit more. That's it. Stay there, stay there. Okay, so from here now, what I want you to do, Tiff, is pull back and lie on his shoulder a little wee bit more. So if you pull back and then lie like you, that's it, stay there, but don't squish your chin on his shoulder. Chin towards me, Mark, nice and long, don't move. Okay, from there, that's good. Stay there, one more. Okay, Tiff, what I want you to do now is bring your chin around to me even more. So go around behind him, that's it. Okay, there you go. Now bring your chin up to him. All right. I love this. Let me stay there. And let's pull away from him even more, Tiff, and then lie on his shoulder. So come around with your face. No, not your body, just your face. This way first, and then lie on his shoulder. That's it. Stay there. All right, Mark, bring your face back to her like you're looking back over your shoulder. And just tuck that arm in, Tiff, in the front. It's sticking right out to me, that front arm. So it's out like this. So just either bring it forward. That's it. Perfect. All right. There. Both of you, eyes to me now. Love that. Stay there. Little wee smile, tiny. Chin up just a touch, Mark. That's it. That's it. There it is, right there. Less smile, Mark. Stay there, Tiff. That's gorgeous. Okay, Tiff, bring your cheek up right up to him nice and close. That's the one. Eyes down, Tiff. Eyes down, Mark. Okay, squish into each other with your face. Just fall into each other. No, lean into each other. No, yeah, that's it. Just nice and smooth. Gorgeous. Beautiful big smiles, you two. And then towards each other with your faces more. So that's it. Eyes down. Just snuggle in. Love that. Big smile. Gotcha. Okay, from here, let's go to... Okay, maybe we can bring in... Actually, you want to do a really cool lying down pose. So... I feel like now would be a really good time to start doing some just a little bit more funky shots. It's about probably creating a little bit more faces and things like that. So if Mark turns around and faces Tiffany, I know that we did something similar in the white, but this has got a whole different feel to it. Face each other, arms around each other, bring your chin straight back to the camera this way so that you are directly just cheek to cheek. I want to just get, that's it. Now, do not tip back though, Tiff. So what I want to do is try and open you up in the front a little bit more. So I call that the love heart when you open up the front, and then chin around and then straight. Okay, in order to get a really good front on straight kind of fashion shot of a couple, you've got to get them exactly the same angle. So Tiff needs to go that way, stop, and there you are there, nice and tall, Mark, stay there. Okay, and I'll see how close I can get to their face here. Okay, Mark, bring your chin towards me. Now both of you go like this. That way. Tiff, that's it, stay there. Mark, forward and down, don't move. All right, there it is there. So let's see if I can get this really tight shot here. Love that. Okay, and a bit more. Sorry, I'm in front of everybody's camera, but you get the idea. Push your chin towards me, Mark. And both of you give me a little soft in the eyes, a little soft to that. Okay, and one this way. Okay, this is all about the face here, and I'll show you the crop that I've chosen so that you can understand why. And then I'm going to pull right back to here, and I'm just going to drop that down. I'm shooting this nice and low, 2.8 still. Alright, perfect for what I want. Now, this is where I can create quite arty shapes because I've got a nice dark mood going on now. So I've got this really cool shot. I haven't done it in years and years, so let me get the box for you and I'm going to put it in. So Mark, you just open your hand up to me and towards me a little bit more. Perfect. So Tiff, turn your head up to me. Perfect. That's exactly right, guys. Now what I want you to do is both of you relax your eyes there, and Mark, come towards me a little wee bit more. Don't move. Tiff, don't squash your face. And Mark, bring your thumb down a little lower. No, like that's it. Now up to her now. That's right. So it looks like you're cradling her head. That's perfect. Let me take the shot. Eyes to me. Perfect. That's gorgeous. And a little bit closer. I come. Actually, no, I can crop in nice and tight. So. And Mark, come lower and towards me a little bit more, and that way with your head. So move your whole body back. That's it. Now that's it, right on her there. Okay, from here, what I want you to do, Mark, is stand up a little bit so that I can show everybody how I got you into this pose. And then Tiff, stay there. And then Tiff, you can lean up. So what we did first was we put Tiff's left hand there on the box, and then we put her right hand up and under Mark's shoulder. And then Mark cradled her face. So if you go down, that's exactly right, and just holding her face there, beautiful, but don't squish your face on his hand. And then Mark leans up and over and then lies on her shoulder. Okay, that's absolutely perfect right there. And then we took the shot, so we just arranged the hair. Tiff, bring your arm up and over his shoulder a little bit more if you can extend out. That's exactly right. And Mark, come towards me so that you're not so far back. Now Tiff, turn your hand away from the camera so it goes up. This takes quite a lot of setting to do, but once you get it right, it's absolutely beautiful. I think about lots of different poses I can do like this. So from this position, stand up, and I'm going to reset my camera. I'm going to come up a little higher, and I want you, Mark, to sit up on that box. Actually, no, what I'm going to do is get you to sit on the bar stool. So anything where I can, no, keep it there. Tiff's going to go in between your legs. So anything I can do here, do you want to reset that, Susan, while I'm just doing this? I'll show you. Mark, I want you up on here. I want your foot up there, your left foot, so sit bum there. Yep. And then come over nice and over here. So what Tiff's going to do is she's going to sit up into this box, very similar to what you were doing on the floor, with your feet up behind you if you can. So tuck right up into this box. And any position where I can curl her up inside his arms, I'm going to take it. So any chance that I can get her back as far as possible. So what I need to do is pull Tiffany away from Mark. So I need to scooch her to the edge of the box and then get Mark to come forward to her. That's it. Okay, now, as soon as I get them in this position here, their faces come together. I want to create some space between you. So the first thing everybody does is they glue themselves to each other, and you can't move the body language when they're stuck together. What I want to do is pull her away and then bring their faces back to each other first. Now I connect the hands. So just remember, always making sure she's in the most perfect position. If her legs don't look good and her body doesn't look good, she's not going to buy the photograph. Because that's just how it works. The girls can always tell us what they like and what they don't like. Now I want her arm to look good, so in the front I'm going to get her to put her arm straight through there, and that's going to slim down her arm, make it look good. I need you, Tiff, to maybe scooch to the end of the box a little bit more. That's it, so, and away. Yeah. So scooch that way, good girl, perfect, and then Mark can come forward. Now when she leans forward, no, come forward and turn this way. No, there you go. Okay, now stop. Now Mark, you come towards her, makes a big difference. Now you can lean up onto here. Mark, you come chin around this way. All right, now let's get this hand in. Mark, come down onto her thigh with that hand so it's not just sitting up, hanging up. Like bring it down a little bit more. I know your knee's there, isn't it? Or lock fingers this way. There you go, perfect. Lock fingers now. Wherever you go, make sure you're connected with the hands. So see this hand in the front? It's just sitting there idle. Both of them have got an idle hand in the front. We've got to make sure that that is connected. So Tiff needs to put her elbow through there and then they can lock fingers. As soon as they lock fingers, see, they look connected. Mark, you're going to go chin this way. That's exactly right. Both of you are going to relax your expression here and we're right on. I love that. Don't move. Nice. Let's take a still of that and move around this pose and see what we get. So when I pose people now, I always make sure I'm now going to move around the pose. I'm going to try and see how many different angles that I can see in there. I think, oh, I like this right here. So I'm on the 45. I can just have their chin follow me all the way around because then they look flat to the camera. I can go in and take some nice portrait style shots, nice and close. Tiff, lean forward, tip your head that way. Mark, come down to her, bring your face back to him, darling. That's it. So your faces are more engaged. I can come lower. I can change their expressions, tiny smile. Okay, bring those hands up around each other's, guys, and just snuggle in. Love that big smile. Just pull back, Mark. Pull back from her and go down, like lower with your face towards her. That's it. Beautiful big smile, both of you. Love that. Eyes down. Okay, perfect. Now, if I'm thinking film noir here, I'm going to shoot this really a little bit under. I'm thinking nice and dark, eyes down, nice and moody, no smiling. And I'm going to come into here and do some slices. So I want to do some nice little slices. Mark, don't stare at the ground. Go down her body line. So always looking at her. And there, perfect. Beautiful. Okay, pull away a little bit more, Tiff, like you're going to kiss. That's it. Perfect. Pull away, Tiff. Not so. Don't throw your head back. That's it. And look down. Don't look at his face. That's a girl. Beautiful. Drop that bottom lip. I love that. Okay, Mark, bring your nose towards her more. And chin up a little wee bit more. Gorgeous. Okay, I'm just taking little close slices now. And I'm going to try something very controversial. I'm going to go to my film. I'm going to take it down to 50 and I'm going to drop my ISO right down to 160. I'm at 1.2, so I'm at a really shallow depth of field. I'm going to manually focus and I'm just going to push and pull. I'm just going to get my manual focus at 1.2 and I'm going to go through all of these expressions and then I'm going to show you something. Okay, eyes down, you two. Beautiful big smiles, go. Okay, move around a bit more, Mark, so this is not static. That's it, perfect. Okay, cheek to cheek. That's great, eyes to me. Perfect. Looking down. Gorgeous big smile, go. You want to do a creative live laugh? Ho, ho, ho. I'm shooting this at 1.2. I'm filming it. I'm pushing and pulling my focus in and out. I'm trying to get as much movement both with them and me as I can, because what I'm then going to do will be forever immortalised. You know that, people still laugh about it. What I'm trying to do is just get that perfect moment and that movement, pull back from each other and just bring your foreheads together now. That's it. Okay, and beautiful big smile. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the frame from Photoshop. I'm going to pull it and drop it in dark and vintage. And so I've done that on purpose. So now I'm going to stop that. I'm going to go back to autofocus. I'm going to turn off live view because I'm on the 5D Mark II. I want you to do exactly the same thing that you just did with me here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 20 shots. I'm at 1.2, moving. Okay, eyes to each other. And I'm just going to move around them like that and just take some random moving shots. Oh, sorry, just hit the camera. And I'm right on. I'm at 1.2. Shutter speed is at 50, nice and close. Cheeks laughing. And I'm just moving quickly and I'm moving there. That was it. I got it. And the reason I did that was it's really easy to add blur, but you can never add motion. And sometimes those shots, when they're dropped into a dark film noir with lots of grain, you can just ace that perfect expression when they turn and they're laughing and it's got true glide, and I love that movement. That's just something I've always done at the end. I kind of shoot it with my eyes closed. I'm just like bang, bang, bang. I'm looking for that moment where I just think that they both look incredible, and I'm just trying to get the laugh and that perfect movement. So I can show you that what I got off the back of the camera, but when I pull it, I'm going to have a look at what I got. It's supposed to be soft, it's supposed to have lots of movement, and it's supposed to be dark and gutsy. So those are my 3 couple sequences that I do. I did the light background, the black background, more traditional. I came down into the brown. I made sure I mixed up the outfits, white on white, blue on black. I made sure I coordinated them, black on brown. I never shoot black on white, and I never shoot white on black. So I try and tone my images all the way through. Let's have a look at our final sequence. And then I'm going to show you everything I took, and then I'm going to show you the 25 images that I'm going to present to them as a couple. Happy practicing. This is such a great genre to shoot. Remember, we get the girls in all the time. Hands down, the girls always want to be photographed. But when the boys come in, we double the sale. It's day 6 today, day 6 with Sue Bryce. This would be one of the most asked questions in my email, on my forums, on my Facebook. How do I get that incredible connection? I can only show you through live view how I work for and ask and connect with people. It is not about what I say, it is just about what I do. So today I'm turning the live view camera onto eyes, and you get to see when people are giving true and beautiful connection. I feel like this is a large component missing out of so many people's portraits. I really need you to master this so that you can take beautiful portraits of everybody that you photograph with a full, gorgeous connection through the eyes. Hi everyone, today we're talking about expression, and I think that this is probably one of the most important things you can learn as a photographer. It's also connection, and I want to show you how I connect with my clients. Everybody thinks that there's a preparation process, that somehow I'm making her feel all relaxed, or I'm speaking in a certain voice, or I'm saying certain keywords. For me, it's about controlling the direction, but I want to teach you the fundamentals of how to move the expression, the face, and how people move their faces for the camera, and how you can change that and take the most incredible photographs of people. Now, interestingly enough, when I track back through my first year of business, I taught my business partner how to shoot, and I realized that throughout that time she wasn't shooting as good as me because I had been shooting longer and I had more experience, but she was matching me dollar for dollar in the sales room. And then when I taught my other 2 principal photographers, they were also matching me dollar for dollar in the sales room. And yet I realized that the first thing I taught them was how to get this connection. So today it's all about connection and expressions. I really need you to nail this challenge above all others. If there is something that I need you to bring to all of your work, your wedding work, your family portraits, it's the ability to capture this open expression on people. So today, this next hour, it's all about that. Let's get going. I have a beautiful model client today, Kenna Klosterman, as you may recognize her from Creative Live. And Ken is going to take us through live expression, and I'm going to show you how I can change Kenna's facial expressions and her look, and how I can get her to smile with her eyes and everything else I do. And you get to see this through live view. Let's go. So Kenna, what I want you to do is I'm focused right on your eyes. I'm going to start recording here. So as you can see, we've got Kenna in live view now, and all I'm going to do with Kenna is lift her into a proper sitting position, so nice and tall, pushing your chin forward a little wee bit, Kenna. And now on that one, I just bring your chin forward and down. Okay. When I get people into their first pose and when I first start posing them, the only things that I'm really getting them to do is stay focused on my lens. It's a very hard thing to do. People put a lot of tension in their faces. Everyone carries tension differently. So until I start moving people, I don't know where they carry their tension. And so as I start to move them, I'm going to point it out and show you. So Kenna, all I want you to do is to relax your mouth. That's it. Keep your lips together, relax your mouth, and then bring your chin down 1/2 inch more to open those eyes up. As soon as those eyes open up there, I know that I'm setting the pose from the feet up. I get everything into play. I like what I see. And the last thing that I ask for here after my focus is slow down your blinks, Kenna. That's it. When you tell people to slow down their blinks, they become aware of blinking. Now she's thinking about blinking and she's starting to slow her blinks down. And then all I ask for is a tiny little smile in their eyes. Now, when I say in the eyes, everyone instantly smiles really quickly with the mouth. So it's kind of like an instant reaction. So go back to completely relax your mouth, Kenna. And when I say a tiny little smile in the eyes, give me a little more. That's it, stop. There it is. As soon as I see that, I know I've completely got it. Now, exactly the same, I'm going to just jump in front and take a still, is I want you to bring your chin down a little bit more. That's it. And I'm going to shoot a little closer and a little higher, just to show you when I lift her eyes up. Now, chin down a touch. Give me that tiny little smile in your eyes. As soon as I see it, I can capture it. Now, this is a perfect example, chin down. I need a little bit more on the mouth. Okay, you're giving me eyes, but there's just not quite enough on the mouth. Look at the difference between those two shots, 1 and 2. Just a tiny, tiny touch of an expression. Okay, so sitting up nice and tall, resetting your chin position. That's it. Now, tiny little smile in your eyes, Kenna, and just a little bit more smile on your mouth. There it is. Okay, have a look. Kenna's got a smirk, okay, and a smirk means one side comes up higher than the other, right? Now, when I said that, she did 4 different smiles. So she started out here, and now I'm going to talk her back through what she just did quite automatically. A little bit more in the smirk. Good girl. A little bit more smile. That's it. Chin down a little wee bit more. That's it. Now just a little half smile, Kenna. So just a little, that's it. I like that. Now a beautiful full smile. Not your biggest smile, but just a really nice open. Good girl. Let it go. That's nice. I like that. Keep your chin forward, Kenna. Don't throw it back. And now give me your biggest kick-ass gorgeous smile. Go. All right. So let's have a look through those. And I'm just going to show you the difference of working your way up through that expression. Now, here we go. One of the most amazing things about the open eye expression is bring your chin down, Kenna. Now, lock and engage straight into that lens. Look at me. Good girl. That's great. Now, I asked for stillness first. So I'm always like, hold that, and just a tiny, tiny, tiny little bit more in the eye. So just tipping forward with the chin. That's a girl. I love that. That to me is everything. That there is the look that I want from everybody. Now, let's have a look. If I turn Kenna this way and on the chair, just rotate around, Kenna. That's it. A little bit more. Keep going. Now, I get her to push her shoulder forward. More. That's it. Now, bring your chin all the way back to me, Kenna. That's it. I'm going to tip my camera down just a little wee bit here. Now, I love that, and what it does is give me a tip this way, and now bring your chin back to your shoulder. That's it, so that you're really working that shoulder towards your chin. That's it, don't move. See how that changes her body language. Now I have a shoulder working into her expression. Now, Kenna, very gently lean forward and away from me like this. Just let me refocus Kenna's eye so that you guys can really get how powerful this expression is and why it works so beautifully. I'm just going to refocus so that you can come back to live view and see this. My live view is better than anybody else's view because you can see through my camera. So Kenna, you need to lift your chin up 1/2 inch and you need to tip this way more. That's a girl. Now you need to bring your chin back to your shoulder. Stop. Don't connect them though, just have a little gap. So it's forward, not down. That's the one. And now I need you to lift your chin up to me. Stop. 1/2 inch and give me a tip in. So I want that beautiful tip back expression right there. I need that gorgeous little smile in your eyes. Perfect. And then I just want you to relax your mouth. Okay, this is how I get a sexier mouth. I don't want the pout or sucking the lolly. I call it the candy. So what I want is for you to turn your shoulder away from me, Kenna. More. That's it, stop. I want you to bring your chin down. That's a girl, don't move. See her eyes just popped up. Give me a slight tip in this way, Kenna. That's it, stop. No, that's it, stop. Okay, push that shoulder away from me. More. more, chin down now. There it is, right there. It's not a cute smile. I want you tip in, tip in, tip in. There you go. Stop. I want you just to purse your lips together and give me all that expression through the eyes. You got it. There it is. Okay, I'm going to take a couple of stills here just so that you can see what I'm seeing. Okay, now chin around to me a little bit more. Can I push your shoulder away from me? More, more, more. Stop. Okay, from here, I'm going to move that. Love that. Eyes to me, Kenna. Push that shoulder away from me now. More, more. Chin down. Now open that bottom lip to me. Okay, so this is really important that we address this. Come back to the camera with this eye. Come back to this camera, sorry. Okay, let's go back. I'm just going to refocus my camera again because every time I move Kenna, I want you to see my live view. I'm just going to refocus that there. And this is something that does not look good on everybody. And that is when you push the chin forward. That's it, and down. Okay, now I want you to relax your mouth and then I want you to drop your bottom lip. Okay, so the open mouth brings two major problems. Oh, sorry. The open mouth brings two major problems. One of them is when people open their mouth, they open it too wide and it becomes like a fish face. So when people like open their mouth up and yeah, or they open their mouth and their eye expression goes to nothing. So often they'll do this, they'll go, and their eyebrows come up. Okay, it's about relaxing your mouth down. Now, if I feel like she doesn't look good with her mouth open, I will tell her to put her lips together. Okay, so I will always try that look. So I will always say now, Kenna, relax your mouth, drop your bottom lip. Now lift your chin up 1/2 inch to me. Okay, no, stay open, just lift up. That's it, just lift your chin up 1/2 inch, stop. That to me is that real supermodel face. And if people don't suit it, don't shoot it. So if it looks weird, just say lips together, Kenna, and give me a tiny little smile in your eyes. If I think she looks beautiful there, that's where I'm going to shoot it. Okay, so really, really important. Work your way through that. Now what we're going to do is I've got 3 more girls here. I'm going to show you the difference in all of their expressions so that you can see that. Now, the hardest part about what Ken is doing right now as you're looking at her in my live view is she's now holding that. And that's what we want people to do. We want people to hold that look to the camera all the time. Now, the second they go relax back to a normal facial expression where you're not aware that a camera's on you and that you go to a blank expression again, you have to get people back into that. Now, people do the strangest things. They hold tension, they quiver, their lips quiver, and sometimes you have to get people to really stretch their mouth to relax it. And you know, you want to be able to always come back to that reset position with the smiley eyes. Once you teach people this the first time, they do it over and over again. Let's have a look at Kathy's expression to camera. So straight away in a sitting position, I'm just going to push your chin forward and down just a touch, straight down, Kathy, there, so your eyes are open. So I want your eyes into here, not to me. Good girl. Just bring your chin back to the camera this way. All right, halfway back. That's a girl, stop there. All right, that's where I want to be in terms of face. She's projected forward to the camera. I've got a nice open eye to the camera. You can come up 1/2 inch. Don't let people look up through the top of their eyes. Relax your eyebrows down for me. Good girl, that's wonderful. Now that is such a subtle expression, so if you can see the shift there, that is incredible. That was just about bringing the eyes down. A lot of people sit with their eyes up to the camera, their eyebrows up to the camera. Also take all the tension out of your mouth now, so completely relax your lips and just lips together, that's it, and relax now. Okay, so if you see how Kathy just does that, now I'm going to take a shot of that. That is about having a completely natural mouth to camera. So when Kathy's mouth is relaxed, it is actually sitting slightly open, which looks really cute. So let's take a shot, and I really like that. Okay, so that's her relaxed face expression. Bring your chin this way. That's it, stop, good girl. So bring your chin down just a little, relax those lips again, and then I want just a tiny little smile in the eyes. Good girl. Notice how Kathy's mouth came up just a smidge on either side. So when I asked her to smile through her eyes, it just instantly popped up. Lips together, Kathy. And this time I want a little bit more smile in the eyes, a little bit more. Good girl. There you go. See how that just jumped up straight away to just a little bit more of a smirk. Now hold that. Now here's the problem. If I get Kathy to hold this, it starts to look fake. And I'm going to take a photo of it because now that is no longer a true expression. Okay, lips together and just do a little smirk. Okay, and then a little smirk, a little bit more, and hold that, and that does not look real to me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take her back to relaxed. That's it, lips together. And I just want a tiny little smile through the eyes. Go. See how when she first does it, it looks so real. From here, also, watch this. I want a beautiful, huge, big smile. Biggest smile you've got. Good girl. There it is. Oh, I love that. That's so cute. Okay, stop. Now, I asked her to smile and then I hesitated and I waited until she held the smile. This time, no smile, Kathy. Chin down 1/2 inch. I want you eyes to me. Good girl. Now, see how I always say that? Eyes to me. Do you notice when I say eyes to me, she locks into the camera? Now, gorgeous big smile, go. This time, I took it as she hit her full smile. So let's have a look at the difference between those two images. I feel like those two images have quite a significant difference feeling for me. So when I go back, I look at the two of them. Don't let people hold a smile. It looks really artificial. I want you to get their smile as it comes up straight into a true expression. Okay, coming back to live view, I want you to put your lips together and just give me a tiny little smile in the eyes, and now just a little bit more in the mouth. Good girl. There it is. Okay, so exactly what I did with Kenna, I'm going to start to move her body position around a bit more. Let's go this way and just this way, and I want you to work. Yep, you can bring that little box around on your feet. Just slide it around. That's it. And bring this shoulder forward, Kathy, and then bring your chin all the way down. Now don't tip backwards, tip forward. So your whole body, I'm going to move my camera, your whole body comes forward. Now stop. Look at the expression that Kathy's doing right now. I'm going to take a photo of it. That is very, very typical of what most people start doing. That's her listening face. Okay, she's actually listening to my direction, and so that is her listening face. She's got her eyebrows up, she's got an open face expression. So resetting the expression on every shot is really important. Bring your shoulder forward, Kathy, more, and bring your chin around to me now. Okay, now give me a slight tip down. Now, as I always do, as I take the shot and set the shot up, I'm working the shoulder to the front because I want to create this beautiful body language. I want her chin, I want a slight tip this way. That's it. So I'm working the chin back to the shoulder. I'm going to slide that arm back so it looks good, and you're going to be leaning forward, but not with your head back. That's it. So this way, and then chin down now to the camera. So I'm just going to reset my focus so that you can see this come into play in live view. And I want you to push your chin towards me, Kathy. So I'm just going to reset. As soon as I reset this focal, so yeah, on live view, I really like seeing you guys seeing what I'm seeing through my camera. Okay, sitting up nice and tall, Kathy. Bring your chin towards me and down, and work that shoulder across. Now, straight away, Kathy's gone too far down on her chin. I'm going to take a shot of that. No, stay down there, Kathy. Listen to my voice. Okay, and give me a slight tip this way. Good girl. As soon as I see her come down too far, I think the eyes look odd. So push your chin towards me now. Towards me, not down. That's it. Now down. Okay, let me just check my focus. Okay, so I noticed that she was just looking up through her eyes like this. So I'm going to take it back and then I'm going to record that. Okay, chin down a touch, shoulder across. All right, relax your mouth now. Good girl, love that. Straight away, Kathy went into an open mouth, relaxed position, and then push that shoulder across, Kathy. Bring your chin down. That's it. Now, give me that little wee smirk, just that tiny, that's it. It's right there. Forward with your head this way, work your shoulder. That's it. There's her listening face again. Okay, that's it. Chin around to me now, and chin down. That's it. Relax that mouth. That's beautiful. It's right there. And now lips together and give me a little wee smile in the eyes. A little bit more. Work that shoulder though, Kathy. You've got to give me that body language. That's the one. I love that. Okay, really work that shoulder across. More. Chin down. And I want a huge, big, gorgeous smile. Go. That's the one. Get it as it goes up. It's really important that these expressions, when we work through these expressions, we do them and get them fresh, that we get them as soon as they come up, we get them straight away. Okay, so bringing your chin back to me this way. No, everything back. That's a girl. And chin to me, face to me. All right, chin forward and down, 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 stop. Not that far, come up. Now, Kathy, relax your eyebrows. That's it. So that was really amazing. Chin down a little touch more. I'm going to try and get that back on live view. All right, there. And you had your eyebrows up and you were looking up through here like this. So do that again for me. You had your eyebrows up. Okay, and then as soon as I saw that, I thought, okay, another thing that people do all the time is I say, drop your eyebrows. Okay, go back up again, just up, and you weren't that high, you were kind of listening up, so just that's it. I'm going to show you a photo of that. I see this all the time. I always say to people, drop your eyebrows. Drop your eyebrows. And it changes the expression on their face. Push your chin forward just ever so slightly and chin down. Beautiful. Now look at that, because Kathy has beautiful big lips and they're together and they just sit so fully. I just absolutely love that. Just more smile in the eyes and you're there. Okay, a little bit more. So what I'm going to do now is go through a couple of little smiles. So from here, smiling with the eyes, Kathy. Beautiful. Now, I just want you to give me just a little wee bit more. Just a little wee bit more. More in the eye. That's a girl. That was gorgeous. Okay, just a little wee half smile. That's it. I like that. All right, now nice full smile. Not your biggest one. Good girl. Okay, and now a nice big smile. Let it go. Gotcha. Notice when everybody does their big smile, they throw their head up and kind of laugh. It's a movement, and so you've got to be prepared for that. And also remember that that everybody has a different way of smiling, and everybody has a different way of getting there. But if you take control of your client while you're posing them, they will do anything that you ask. As you can see, Kathy's got her eyebrows up now. Relax them, good girl. Perfect. Now a tiny little smile in your eyes. This is where I would hit Kathy right now with a fan. Let's do mouth open with her and see if it looks good. I want you to relax your mouth completely. That's it. And I want you to let your bottom lip fall open. That's a girl. Now lift your chin up 1/2 inch. That's the one. Okay, now, if this suits her, the only way this is going to really suit her is if she really works those eyes for me. No, you just closed your mouth and started smiling. Which is perfect, that's what you're meant to do. But what I want you to do for this one is your real supermodel face. I want you to put your hands out like this, and I want your hands to go flat and elbows tucked in. Good girl. I want you to lift your chin up 1/2 inch and open your bottom lip. So just let your bottom lip fall open, but I want lots of expression through your eyes. Good girl. No, don't close your mouth. Keep your eyes on me. Just relax your bottom lip. There it is. Eyes up to me. Okay, now mouth's open too far, so I want you to relax it a little. Chin up 1/2 inch, and just drop that bottom lip open a little bit more. I like that. Okay, now bring your chin up to me, 1/2 inch, lips together, lots of expression through your eyes. Go. Good girl. Let's have a look at those 3 shots and see the difference and what we like. And also, do we like to see Kathy's mouth more open, half open, lips together? Like, where does she look at her best? Where does her mouth look gorgeous? And where is it that she looks at her best? So I'm just going to go through all of those, and just lots of sparkle in the eyes. Good girl, that's gorgeous. And see, straight away, when I ask for sparkle in the eyes, she instantly lights up through the face. She lights up through her smile. So straight away, I'm going to go there every single time. And also Kathy J has one of those amazingly beautiful mouths that go with a big smile. Go for it. Like that. And I love that. And so work with people, work with what they've got, have a look at where they hold the tension in their face. All right, Susan, just bring your chin towards me, a little wee touch, and go chin this way. Oh, not so far, halfway back. Okay, relax your mouth completely. That's it. Now, for you, a relaxed mouth, lips together. That's the one. I want you to give me a tiny little smile through the eyes, just a little wee bit more. Okay, now, when you do that, have a look at this. If you don't move your mouth, then it doesn't look like smiley eyes. So I want a little tiny smirk and a little bit more expression through the eyes. Okay, so a little wee bit more. Good girl. Now, give me a little wee bit more. Remember, if you blink, when I take a shot still, I'm just going to readjust here. If you blink, tell me, because I'm in live view. Okay, so from here, tiny little smile through your eyes and a little bit more in your mouth, on your lips. A little bit more. There it is. Okay, so for Susan, she needs a little bit more smirk. Okay, so I'm going to look at it and I'm going to say, and I'm going to ask for what I need. Also, have a look at this. Is her chin better an inch up? Is her chin better? Is it there? Okay, now give me a little smile in the eyes and more in the mouth. Make sure that you are moving people around to see where they look their best. Also have a look at that slight tilt away here. So give me a slight tilt, go this way, that's it. And now give me a little wee smirk there, gorgeous. Now try the other side. So go back to the center. No, go back to the center first. Give me a little tiny turn, that's it. And then a tip down and a little smile there, that's it. Now come back to the center again. And just give me a little bit more smirk on the mouth, good girl. Now I want just a nice, easy half smile. Okay, no, I want to see teeth. So chin up a little wee bit more, that's it. So nice, friendly smile. And now I want a gorgeous big smile, go. Okay, so notice how everybody moves their heads. As soon as I asked her to smile, everyone throws back or everybody goes up and down in their smile, okay? So everybody's doing a big smile and they always want to put a breath into it. Nobody ever really smiles just completely still. Everybody always wants to do a little bit of a laugh and a little bit of a breath in. And I just think you've got to be aware of getting the smile on the smile up instead of getting them to hold it. Okay, so in this position where I turn you this way, and I get you to just bring your shoulder around. Okay, leaning forward a little wee bit more, Susan, so your body's forward and work your shoulder forward, that's it. Now your chin comes back to your shoulder more. I'm just gonna reposition and refocus. So the reason I'm doing that slight tip this way is I just wanna get a really good live view for you. So I'll come into here, and now I want you to see this with a bit of body language. So she's already doing it, okay? So everybody's already there. Once you take them through it, they'll just keep doing the same thing. Chin up to me a little wee bit more, shoulder forward, shoulder forward, shoulder forward, and now chin down just a touch. Now really just work those eyes, good girl. Okay, and from here, I just want a little wee bit more of a tip. Don't let your chin go down, okay? Lift it up, shoulder forward. That's it, work the shoulder, work the shoulder, work the shoulder. That's it, no smile, and just there. Relax your mouth a bit more. That's it. Did you see those eyes just come into play then? That was such a beautiful transition. Notice how she's defaulting down. Bring your chin up to me. That's it. Up. Now halfway down. Stop. Long chin. Come back to me. Stop. There it is. And just work that shoulder in the front. That's it. Don't put your chin down though. Come up. Half, good girl. There it is. And a little wee bit more smile in the mouth. Just friendly. Now friendly smile. That, no, not teeth. I just want you to lighten up the eyes a little wee bit. That's it. See, if you keep talking to people, they'll change their expression. Come back to the start. I'm just going to reset my focus again. And I just want to show you a quick transition with Susan where I can go like this. I'm going to focus from here. How many expressions can I get through the face here? Okay, I want a completely serious face. Completely serious. Okay, now I want your chin up a little wee bit and completely blank. Now tension in your mouth. Okay, now I want you to lift your eyebrows up, listening face. Okay, so yeah, they're up. Now relax your face down, relax your eyebrows down. That's it. Now completely relaxed face, completely relaxed serious face. That's it. Okay, I want you to relax your bottom lip so it opens. Okay, there. And all of those expressions there are generally where people are, and then a tight mouth. Okay, everyone comes in around there. So all I want to do is just keep resetting people to relax your mouth. Okay, and then lips together, and then a tiny little smile through the eyes. And you know what? I've heard people say, I just can't do it, I just can't do it, or I've had a client that just couldn't do it, and I don't believe that. I've never met anybody that can't do it. So that's where I'm at. It's so simple. All right, Ariella, I just want you to bring your chin back to me this way a little wee bit. So that's it, halfway back. Good girl, stop. Now from here, I just want you to completely relax your mouth, lips together. That's it. And then just show me just a tiny little smile through your eyes. That's a girl, beautiful. Now what I want you to do is dip your chin forward and just chin this way a little wee bit. That's it. So just engaging those eyes even more, and just a little wee tiny bit more smirk on the mouth. There you go. Okay, from here I want you to bring your chin up, and I want you to come back, reset, because you keep defaulting to the left. So now I just want you to stay there, and I want you to completely relax your mouth. Yeah, relax it open. Good, that's it, perfect. All right, now not quite so open, so go back to the start and just relax it open. And now lots of expression through your eyes to me there, so I can just, good girl. See that? That is absolutely perfect. You actually have a real, don't move, don't move, don't move. You actually have an absolutely perfect relaxed open mouth, which is really great for your mouth shape and your teeth. Everybody has a different one. Some people look really odd with their lips together. Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to just work through people's face expressions until you find the one that suits them. Go lips together now, okay, and now tiny little smile through the lips. That's it, good girl. Okay, have a look through all of these stills and let's work through that progression. So I want you to completely relax your mouth, and I want your chin to come up 1/2 inch, stop, and then a little smile. Don't move your mouth through your eyes now, just like that. Good girl, that was perfect. Did you see that subtle shift there through the smile in her eyes and her mouth just stayed, it just started to move in the corners. Okay, from here I want you to go lips together and chin down. I want you to give me a nice little smirk there. Good girl, that was beautiful. Now next I want you to give me just an easy smile, just a relaxed smile. No, that's it. Okay, now I want you to give me a big smile. Okay, big smile. All right, there you go. So you are full smile. You full smile. You are a top gum. Okay, it's called it's an overbite. Yeah. Now, I love that. I think when you see people go up through their smiles, I actually find when people don't like something about their smile, like if you say, oh, I hate it when I smile, that you can see my top gum, because I get that all the time. If you don't like it, people will tell you that. So if she tells me that, I'm not going to photograph that big smile all the time. Now, even if we think it's beautiful, it doesn't matter, it's what she thinks. Now, in saying that, I want to teach you a really important lesson. When somebody doesn't like their smile, and I hear it all the time, I don't like my smile, I always say, I don't care if you don't like your smile, I'm still going to make you smile, because I could take a really gorgeous shot of you smiling, and I want to make sure that you get one smiling. Just because they say they don't want to smile doesn't mean they shouldn't smile. You just have to take a shot of them that makes them believe that it's amazing. So what I'm going to do here is I took her through her smiles. I just want to show you a connection. I'm going to turn my camera off and reset. Turn this way, Ariella, and just hold your elbows. That's it. Now bring this elbow back to the front. Good girl. Work the shoulder forward. More. And now the other shoulder back. In fact, you can go flat hands and just lean forward. Forward to you, not to me. So go this way, away from me. That way. No, there. That's a girl. Now turn back over your shoulder and look back at me. You got it? Okay, from here, give me a slight tip. I'm just going to focus so I can go back to live view. There we go. Perfect, don't move. And now I want you to keep your face there and just turn your shoulder away from me like that. Just keep your chin there and just turn your shoulder. Good girl, stop. Bring your chin back down. Okay, there it is there. Now, look at that. Once I connect it, tiny little tip there for me. Good girl, stop. Now, lips together. Little wee smirk first. Okay, work that shoulder up and forward a little wee bit more. Stop. More. That's it. Stop. Chin down now. Okay, now relax your bottom lip. Good girl. Now relax your bottom lip with your chin up. Okay, you see the difference here? As soon as I put Ariella's chin too low, her chin looks too lean. Keep that shoulder forward. That's a girl, stop. Now, just bring your chin around to me now. Lips together, little wee smirk. Okay, and now, nice, easy, gorgeous smile, shoulder forward. That's it, gorgeous. And now, huge, big smile, really bring that shoulder and chin together. Good girl. Now, see the body language come in with all of those expressions. Come back to the front. I'm just going to reset my focus. Look at this, not many people can do this. I want you, but this is the shaped mouth that Ariella has, so I want you to completely relax your mouth so it falls open. That's it, good girl. And lift your chin up 1/2 inch. That's what I call the supermodel face. Doesn't make a lot of sense, the supermodel face. It's kind of blank and expressionless sometimes. You've got to try and work as much expression through the eyes, which is quite hard to do when the mouth is open. But let's say she was doing a real supermodel position, like put this hand up here for me. That's a go, and put this hand right up over the top. That's it. Now just work that chin up 1/2 inch. That's it, stop. Now relax your mouth, open to me now. Push your chin forward a little wee bit more, good girl, and really work those eyes for me. So when she's in an up position like that, when she's doing the whole supermodel, rocking the supermodel pose, that makes sense. And all the beauty poses, like bring this hand into here. It's watch my microphone, hold this elbow and hold it tight, and then just bring this hand up to the face. Okay, now cup the face, there it is, and around, sort of on your throat. Come back to the camera, you've just turned away your chin. That's it, stop. Okay, from here, I want you to come back this way and then go chin down a little touch more. Okay, just come back this way, stop, stop, stop. Okay, pull that elbow across, and now I just want you to sit up into this hand. That's it, there, chin this way a little bit, stop, and this hand goes around the throat more. That's it, so we're not talking on the phone. Right, now just relax. That thumb needs to go back, Ariella. That's good. Perfect. Now just bring your chin back half an inch. Stop. There it is. Okay, now just lift your chin up half an inch to me and relax that mouth. And I just need this elbow to come in a little wee bit more. That's the one. Relax your hand around your throat more. Okay, touch down. Okay, come in closer. That's it. So it's just relaxed. There it is. Now, chin up. Stop. Relax your mouth down. That's the one. Now really give me those eyes. Good girl, that was perfect. Okay, as you can see, every face is different, but it's the same for everybody. We relax the mouth first, okay, and then we ask for their expression, we ask for their eyes, we go lips together, relax the mouth, then we ask for a smile through the eyes, and everybody does the same thing. That expression is really important, but it's more important that you set the pose first and then ask for the expression last, and then keep asking for the expression over and over again, because they will default back to a listening face. One of the most important parts about learning expression is practicing them yourself. So I want to show you a couple of things. With the girls today, it was really easy to see where their mouths looked better and who looked better doing what and who needed a little bit more smile in the eyes. So here's a few more tips. When people have no lips, they usually need to have a little bit more smile on their mouth, because smaller lipped people can look really mean when their mouth is just set together. People with nice big lips don't need to put too much smile on their mouth, like Kathy, because she had beautiful full lips, she doesn't have to smile. When people have strong teeth or a strong sort of mouth style, a strong mouth shape, like Ariella, she looked better with her mouth in a completely relaxed, open position. So I want you to look at everybody's mouth, and it's not really a map or a set. This looks better with this, some people just look better with different expressions on their faces. So I want you to go through these. I want you to practice everybody being in a tall position, chin forward and down, eyes to the camera. And then I want you to say to everybody, relax your mouth, lips together. Okay, that's where you need to be. Everybody needs to be there. Then you can say, relax your eyebrows. And people, when they're listening to you or posing or have their listening face, they will always be eyebrows up. As soon as you say, relax your eyebrows, they bring their eyebrows down and their eyes relax. Okay, then they can go into their position, nice open eyes. Remember, we tip the chin forward to about here so that it looks open and that it looks really good to the camera. And then we use the eyes and the expression. So it's always about relaxing that mouth and then working up from there. So relaxing to here. Now, people are really into doing this, and I'm really guilty of doing this. Duck mouth. Okay, a lot of girls come into the studio and they think this looks cute. And they hold their duck mouth. I just say, okay, you're pushing your lips out, so just relax your mouth and bring your lips back together and let me talk you up through it. Then they relax their mouth and I can bring them back up to a smirk without that duck mouth. Also, any tension that goes through the lips looks really wrong. A lot of people hold a lot of tension here, and then they try and smile and they do this. And they try and hold there. It's so bizarre to watch. So people will hold it and you can see almost a quiver when there's tension in the lips. So you just have to keep guiding people and talking to them so that they can move through that tension and have really beautiful photographs. So it's about relaxing the mouth, opening the eyes, having a tiny little smile in the eyes. And I'm going to work you through the expressions that I practiced over and over again, because I always found that people mirror you. Now, when I was a teenager and I used to walk around the house like this, my mum said to me one day, the face you look at mirrors your own. So when you tell a sad story, people listen. And when you tell a happy story, people listen the same way. So if your client is struggling to get facial expression, move your face to the other side of the camera and say, like this. And if you can practice those expressions, you're going to be really good at showing other people. Okay, so another thing that I want you to consider is that when you look at a photograph, you look at a photograph with exactly the same expression. So when you look at a beauty image and somebody's really like this, then people look at the photograph and go, oh, that's a great shot. And when there's a photograph of you on the wall like this, people go, oh, what a great shot. It's so weird. We're so trained to look at people's faces and read the expression that's coming back to us. Lots of practice, please. I really need you to get this connection. This connection, everybody can do it. Everybody can do it. Guys can do it. And I always call it smiling with the eyes. Everybody understands it. So I just really want you to practice these. Go and do some mirror work and practice looking in the mirror. This is what I did, and I practiced all of these. Go try now. Enjoy. Hi everyone, hope you've had a great first week. We're at day 7. Yay! Today's challenge is broken right down, my rules. Now, too many of you are not getting this right. Today it's about the chin, it's about the shoulder, and it's about the hands. We need to get these hands looking right. We need to make sure they're not gratuitous hands, that they're not just popping up in the shot doing things they shouldn't be doing. This is about pushing that chin forward, working that shoulder, and creating beautiful lines with our hands. Today, this is what you'll be practicing. This is a hard one. When you mastered this, all of your images will look great. Today we're going to talk about posing rules. Now, you all know my rules by now, and if you don't, they are chin, shoulder, hands, hourglass, body language, asymmetry, connection. Now, I need to break these down for you to make them really simple and really effective. The whole point of these rules is that they make everybody look good, and they are an improvement and the base structure of every single pose that I do. Once you learn them, you can never unlearn them. You can never unsee them, and this is so important. I'm also in this section going to talk to you about eyeline and face angles. So right from the beginning, I teach everybody that the fundamental rule that you learn in posing is posture. And when most people sit comfortably, they sit down into their comfortable neck position. No matter what body type, and you'll find even lean bodies, they have some semblance of a little double chin going on. Most people sitting quite comfortably, front on, sit back with their chin up just ever so slightly. It's also quite odd that whenever you pick up a camera and turn it to a client, they often put their chin up. And it's a very common thing for everybody to have their chin up, and their eyes are small. So if you put your chin up and I'll put my chin up and we'll both look at the camera this way, what I want to do now is I want to teach you to push the chin forward. Just move with me, Tiff, and then down there. So it does two things. It defines the face beautifully and it opens the eyes. Now, because Tiffany is leaner in her body frame than me, she doesn't need to go down as far as I do. And because I'm curvier, my forward and down goes further down because that is more slimming. So when you have a curvy body, the chin comes farther forward and further down. When you have a leaner body, it just comes forward. So if the body is really lean, it just comes forward, not down. Because on a lean body, the space around the chin is a lot leaner than somebody with curves. And if somebody's got a really big double chin, then they have to come up first, forward and down. So there's a couple of really obvious mistakes that people have been making here, and that is they come forward and down with their neck and shoulders. So you can do this with me too, Tiff. They're coming forward here and down, and they're saying it's not working. Another thing that people are doing is they're coming forward and down, but they're going too far down and looking up through their eyebrows. Okay, that does not work. All you're trying to do is set the posture in the body, push the chin forward, and then on this axis here, tilt the face down until the face looks perfect to camera. So another mistake that people are making is that they're not square on with the face to the camera. So they're a little bit off and forward and down, and that doesn't work either. When you turn to the side, and if you want to turn to the side this way, the chin, I'll show you what it looks like from the side, and we'll both do it together. The chin goes directly forward here, so just the chin. So it's about rolling those shoulders up, nice tall posture. Now sit down into your normal comfortable sitting at the computer posture. See, you can see here that Tiffany's going to grow about 3 or 4 inches just by rolling her shoulders up and back. And then when you start posing people, it's really odd, but when you move people's arms and legs, they somehow tuck their chin in. So I'm always saying chin forward, so just push chin forward, not so much down, but directly forward. And then I decide when I'm looking at them from the front of the camera how much down they have to have based on generally their body size and their neck. So I am curvy, but I have a long neck. So I can go up, forward, and I've got a lot of movement here. I can come down. It opens the eyes up beautifully. So just do not push your neck forward and down. So from the front, you turn back. It's about rolling up, sitting up nice and tall, pushing your chin forward, and I'm going to go lower than Tiffany, forward and down slightly for Tiffany and further down for me. And see the difference. All of a sudden it opens our eyes up. Now, if I was shooting, say, sisters, bring your knees around this way, what I do is I set my pose of both girls together. I always try to get the exact same plane because we're shooting natural light, and usually with a nice open f-stop. I try and get the same plane in the eyes, and then when I set the pose, whatever that is, I then say to both girls, chin forward, and it goes towards the camera and then down. And then I decide then where it looks good, and then I bring them together. So the biggest mistake most people make in this is they get into the pose and then they tip the tops of their heads together like this. And then we get an odd neck position, an odd chin position, and then when they laugh, they inevitably tuck in and do a big double chin. That one's going on Facebook. So it's about coming posture first, and then it's about setting the pose, and then it's about going chin forward and down, and then it's about coming together with your cheeks. Then you can set the shoulder in the front and the front arm to match the pose, to finish the pose off. So it's about, sit back to the front tip. It's about having a really good posture, really good shoulders, pushing forward with the chin, straight down to the camera. And this is something that we need to get right. So I'm going to take a couple of example shots now. I'm going to show you what's right and what's wrong with these shots, and I'm going to use Tiffany sitting in this position, just using comfortable neck position and comfortable angle. So let's do those for you. So Tiffany, from you in your rested sitting comfortable position here. Okay, from there I just want you to come up into your posture, straight up and down, perfect. Now I want you to just stay exactly where you are now. Just bring your chin forward towards me, just ever so slightly now. Okay, and just go lips together and relax your mouth. Perfect. So from here, as you can see, Tiffany has a very narrow chin through the bottom half because she is just got that perfect face shape and she's not really sitting, like she doesn't need to come forward more than that. Tuck your chin back to that, sorry, but just not so much, just, yeah. Actually, what you just did, when you relaxed then and you did a big smile, no, not your back, yeah, when you relaxed then you actually brought your chin in anyway. Okay, from here, what I want you to do is push your chin towards me now, and that's exactly right, and a little bit further forward. So you'll probably see on the side view camera how much she is pushed forward. And now I want you just to tip your chin down towards me a little bit more and just hold there. So from here, this position here, I just want you, I'm going to take a still. And now I would like you to push your chin further down. Okay, so just on that up and down axis, so not moving your shoulders, good girl, and just pushing down here. I feel like straight away she's gone too low. I'm going to take a shot so you can see it. I feel like this pose is making her eyes look really large, but the space between her eyes and her eyebrows has now gone too low, and her chin has almost disappeared because she's got very lean through the bottom half of her face. So I don't want to push her chin down that far. So bring your chin back up to me, and that's right where she is there. So the only thing I have to worry about for Tiffany in this position would be really just pushing her forward towards me. So sit back down into your relaxed position again. Okay, just nice and comfortable and relaxed. That's exactly right. Okay, so don't sit back too relaxed. That's it, halfway. All right, now I'm going to stop this and I'm going to swap and put myself in the same position and get you to see my chin coming forward and down. So let's try that. So this is my relaxed sitting position, and I also noticed I've been filming myself a lot this last year. I noticed whenever I speak to the camera, I would automatically throw my head up and to the right. If you haven't got somebody directing you well on video or camera, it's a very natural instinct to throw the head back when we talk. It's also a thinking position. So if you're thinking, you're looking up to the left, you're looking out to the left, audio, visual memory, and you're also delivering. I found that most of my video was here. So when I'm looking at a client, the first thing I notice is that rule of engagement. So the first thing I do is get them to sit up first. Now, because I'm curvier than Tiffany, I'm going to be able to bring my chin forward, and I'm going to be able to bring it further down than her. So I just want you to have a look where you feel like my chin looks like at its best, because I want you to see it. If you can see it, you can correct this. Now, the first thing that we're going to acknowledge is the camera right now is pointing directly to my nose. So the camera is here and it is directly square to my face. I'm not shooting on a downwards angle or an upwards angle at all. I'm shooting just below the eye line. So let's have a look at where my face looks its best. This is forward, so clearly that takes away my double chin. Now I want to shape my face. So I want to shape the bottom half of my face to make it look good. So is it here? Is it here? Is it here? And is it here? When do I look too low? And when does it look really good? And when does it look really good for the shape of my face? So I just want you to see this so that you can start to identify it. Now, a lot of people have problems coaching people with the chin forward and down. So remember, we're going to learn about the chin pan because it's the best way to direct people. Also, I teach people the chin pan, which is that one. I got to teach you the tilt as well, because a lot of people will throw their head off to one side, and that doesn't work either. We want to come up first and set the position straight to the camera and then move them. Okay, so we don't want to start tilted and then try and bring them forward and down. I'm going to show you how to do this on the side as well. So this is what we really have to get used to doing. Chin up, shoulders back, chin forward, and then find the shape of the face. So remember, when it looks good, that's when you get your expression to come through. The eyes are large, the chin is slimmed down, the neck looks good, there's no double chin. And then you can work your expression from here. Nobody buys images with a double chin in it. So if you get it, you have to learn how to Photoshop it. We're going to show you how to do that too. Okay, from here, Tiffany's in a side position. Sit up nice and tall, Tiff. That's it, perfect, good posture. Push your chin forward. Good girl, big difference there. Now what I want you to do is bring your chin all the way around to me this way and look at the camera. That's it. So what most people do here, exactly the same thing, is that they get this bunch here. Also, it's a very natural instinct to tip the head back when you look over your shoulder. It's quite strange that people do it, but they do. Sit up nice and tall, and all I do is I say bring the chin to the edge of the shoulder. If you put your hands onto your thighs, that's it. Now, I feel like what happens is most people are still tilted back. So if you tilt forward, good girl, and then bring your chin long, and then work your shoulder forward just ever so slightly, then you've got exactly chin forward and down from the side. So go lips together, mouth relaxed. Tiffany, I'm just going to take a still. Perfect. And really, I just want to show, lean back a little wee bit in your angle, tuck back into your chin that way, drop your shoulder back. That's it. It just does not sit in that perfect face to the camera. So straighten up for me, nice and tall, bring your chin all the way to the edge of your shoulder. That's a girl, and the shoulder came forward. Perfect, stay there. Right, from there, that is a perfect side chin forward position. And it's really, really easy to direct. So now I'm going to show you how I do chin pan using my hands and tilt using my hands to direct. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I use my hands to direct. So when I'm shooting a client and I have my camera here, I can take one hand off my camera, hold the other one, and I simply put my palm out flat and I say chin forward and down. And I can direct her anywhere I want to go. I can also go this way, and people just follow. It is one of the strangest things. We've decided it's a universal language. We don't know where it came from. I just realized that I used to put my hand up when I was shooting, and I didn't realize I did it for a number of years, and I would say chin this way a bit, chin this way a bit. Now I watch commercial fashion photographers, and they do this. They'll go chin that way, or else they'll just point in that direction and a model will instantly start posing in that direction. We don't get that luxury with normal clients because they don't know. So this is chin pan. It comes up, forward, down, side to side. Now, just like everybody understands that, they also understand this, tilt. So to the front of the camera, that's what I do to my client. As soon as I go like this, they tilt their head either way. Now you can't put this hand up and say, just bring your chin this way, because they tilt. Everybody does it. I don't know why. So that is the pan, that is the tilt. Really important. Now, the other one I do is sit comfortably in bad posture. Now, I pretend I'm pinching people. Now, I always say, a lot of people, I hear photographers all the time say this, I want you to pretend that there's a string going up through your spine and blah, blah, and they tell this big long story. I just do this, sit up. Everybody knows what that means. I say sit up tall, and I do a pinching action with my hand. And every single time I've done it, it's worked. So relax down, and you're going to give me lots of money when you wake up. You're going to give me... Okay, so from here, we go like this. I want you to sit up tall. I want you to bring your chin towards me. I want you to give me a tilt this way. Good girl, straight back up. And those hand movements, those 3 hand movements, make a significant difference when you're posing people. Isn't that easy? Isn't that amazing? So once you've learned that, I need you to do that to everybody. And I want you to practice on anybody you like. You can just say to somebody here, follow my chin, follow your chin with my hand, and just direct them to go that way, and then towards you, and then down, and then back up again, and then down. Now remember, if you start posing people, they instantly reset quite naturally back into their natural position. It happens slowly, but it's a gradual resetting. This is where I instantly take control and say sit up again, chin forward, hold that. And the more direction you constantly give people, the more secure that they feel on the other side of the camera. In fact, I never stop talking. I'm always saying sit up nice and tall, keep those elbows in, chin towards me, good girl, hold that pose, sitting up nice and tall, reset that chin again, hold that pose, work that shoulder. So keeping that consistency is also confidence, and once you practice it and you can start talking to your clients like this, they will sit into these poses so fast, and they are so busy listening to you and thinking about what they're doing, they're not thinking about being photographed, and it makes a really big difference. So that's our chin pan, our tilt, and our sitting up nice and tall posture. Enjoy practicing that. Have a look what I'm getting here right now. I'm going to show you a little face angle trick. So with Tiffany, all she had to do was push her chin towards me and then down very slightly. So one of the biggest mistakes we constantly see people making is when they're turning their face off to the camera. And so have a look. We don't get a lot of movement in this position. I'm going to turn Tiffany, say 40 degrees, no, straighten up. I'm going to bring your chin this way, not too far, and then forward and down here. That is okay. That is doable. But notice, because she's smaller in the bottom part of her face, she's heart-shaped face, that her chin is instantly gone. So I'm always going to bring her back to the camera and straight on, because that's where it looks perfect. Now, I feel like we've been seeing this a lot. It's about when people take their chin to their shoulder, not their shoulder to the chin. So even if you go back and hold that position so I can take a still of it, I'm going to take a little still there, and now what I want to do is correct that position. So I want you instead to bring your chin forward, and instead of changing your face position, I want you just to bring your shoulder to the front. Okay, stop. Now bring your chin down. Now her face has not changed from the camera. Let me take a still here. And all I did was bring her shoulder to her chin, not her chin to her shoulder. So straighten back up for me and just show that position again where they turn away from the camera. Now I think what most people do is they try and do a little bit of a sexy straighten up and just do a little sexy side. That's it. No, that's it. Okay, for starters, just move your hair for me, Tiffany. That, perfect. And they tuck in here. Okay. Oh, let me take a still of that. This is a shot I see all the time, and I always look at that and I think, I know in person they probably think that they're being quite demure and that they're doing the little look down, but the truth is to camera it does nothing for the face. So I would rather you push your chin forward and bring your shoulder to your chin, not your chin to your shoulder. And if you want to go on the 45 with your body, that's okay. Just don't turn past 45 degrees on the face. Stop too far. So two things. One is when you rotate away, you lose that back eye and her face loses its shape. And the other one is when you go up and down here, you lose the shape there as well. So again, I'm shooting her directly on her eye line. So we're nice and front on. And so sitting up nice and tall, Tiff, bringing your chin towards me, and now move the shoulder only. And don't tip your head back, and rotate into a back position with your chin forward this way a little bit more. That's it, chin down. Now that's as far as I would tip away with the face. Now if you were going to turn your back to me a little bit more, keep going, stop, and chin down. That is a perfect position for the face. I'm going to take a still there, and then that is about as far as I would turn the face away from square. So come back to square again, stop, shoulder forward. Now don't move your face, and just now just open your shoulder up to me a little bit, and your chin is still pushing forward, not too low, up a little touch. That's a girl. Remember, they can't see their chin position from camera. You're the one changing their chin position. Open up your shoulder a bit more, keeping your chin towards me, still up a little bit with your chin. Beautiful. That's it. So that face pretty much stays close to the camera all the time. What I'm going to do is I'm going to jump in there myself and show you what to do when you need to slim the face down a little wee bit more. So as you can see now, the difference between Tiffany and I is I have a round face or an oval. I don't actually have the heart shape. So I carry more through here than Tiffany does. That is why when I bring my chin forward, it significantly slims down my face and makes it look better. Now I want to show you something really interesting. With a bigger face like mine, I can actually turn off on a 45 and look back to the camera, and it doesn't look wrong. With Tiffany, it looked wrong because her face is so lean at the bottom that her chin just went away quickly. You can actually do a 45 pose here or here. You can turn 2 different ways with my face shape because it's both slimming. In fact, it's probably more slimming. When I put my chin forward and then I turn 45 degrees and then I push it down a little bit more and then look back, you can see it slims me right down on the side. So as long as my posture is upright, chin forward, 45 degrees tipped forward and looking this way. What I don't want is when you go too far and the eyes are over here, because then you can't get a good expression and that doesn't look good on my face either. The second mistake people make is to drop down too low here. So they probably think they're being all sexy and demure and that just looks wrong. You're better to turn me 45 here and bring the shoulder into play than you are, or keeping me front on, chin down, and just bring shoulders in. So it's about constantly directing where you want their face. I'm always cropping to the top of the head, not into the hair, but just to the top of the head. I do crop in camera quite tight naturally. My constant direction to my client is lifting up, chin forward, bring the shoulder around, and they'll often do this. As soon as I see that, I say, no, 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 bring your face back to me, bring your shoulder forward, don't move your face. Don't let them move their head with their shoulder. It's such a natural thing to move it. And when I say bring your shoulder forward, they will often do that. People also do this. It's quite odd. So you just keep it up, forward, work the shoulder. And then you tell me from the front where my shoulder looks good. I don't want it over my shoulder. I want to keep this space. If my shoulder's too dominant, too big, drop it down, but still bring it forward. So you can bring it forward low and drop the chin, or so you can bring this forward and then drop the chin down, and it still looks better. If that doesn't look good, you don't want to connect, so down to here, but still not turning my face away. So don't let them do that. It doesn't look right, and don't let them do that or this. Tall, straight to the camera, maybe 45 if you can slim down the face, not too low, working the shoulder in. You control the frame. So if you do this confidently, they'll listen to you, and when they feel good, they will just be able to move, and then you can keep directing them strong, and it is the best way to photograph people. Good luck practicing that. So now what we're going to do is talk about shoulders. So first rule is chin, second rule is shoulders. Now that you know my work and you've seen how I pose, you will notice in all of my images that I am always dominating and working the shoulders. The shoulders are a really significant part of my brand. I believe the shoulder is the difference between body language and not. I believe it's the difference between believing a shot or not, and I think it is the difference between shaping the body in the most beautiful way or just keeping it flat and making it look more structured, more posed. So today the shoulder challenge it's a good one. It's one that you have to practice. Now I'd like you to do mirror work, boys too, mirror work with the shoulders. Now the easy way to move shoulders without mirroring, and there is 2 ways to pose somebody. You can say mirror me and they can mirror you. By the way, Tiffany just did what every client does. I told her to mirror me and she did the opposite. Okay, very common. 99.9% of your clients will do that. So when they do that, I say no, mirror me, and they instantly switch over. Now go back, or you can just do this and say move your shoulders like that. So just like chin pan and tilt, the shoulder movement is full control. So when I'm on the monopod, I can just say the shoulder back, chin that way. And I don't have to change anything. I don't have to go towards her. I don't have to touch her to pose her. I don't need to say, could you put your shoulders here like this? Because you don't need to do that. You can point to the shoulder and say, move that shoulder, or you can say, put your left hand back, left shoulder back. But people get confused over their left and right. I see them often struggle. It's so much easier just to push this way. And you don't need to touch them. You can do this from back on your monopod. I will just say shoulders back this way and chin towards me, and then chin around this way and down. And I can just move people like that. So easy. So just remember, shoulders, chin pan, that's your tilt, And that is your posture. So sitting up nice and tall, chin towards me, beautiful, shoulders this way and chin this way and down, just like that. Now, shoulders. Why do we bring the shoulder in? When you look at the front position of the shoulder and look at both of us, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put us both this way, 45 degrees, so you go the same way as me, okay? And I'm just going to speak to Tiffany so that she'll hear me posing her. I'm not showing her, she's right beside me. And I'm just going to say, bring your face straight back to the camera. So that's there. Now, we want to be square to the camera always with the face. Now, I want you to work your chin, Tiffany, towards your shoulder. Okay, straight away, something changed in our body language. And if you open your shoulder back up again and look at that pose again, now connect the chin and the shoulder. Okay, now from here, do a little bit of when you relax your shoulder, bring it forward. I want you to push your chin right to the edge of the shoulder, and I want you to do a little wee bit of a smirk and eyes. And I noticed really early on when I started to pose people, come back to the front, that the shoulder was really significant. When I was in a cover girl position, so when your hands are up on your waist here, and we're here, and I noticed that when the hips went out, if the shoulders were up, hunched, they looked really uncomfortable. I also noticed that when girls are on the catwalk or on the red carpet, they were always working their shoulders forward and back. I noticed that it made a significant difference to the way they were posing their bodies. And so that shoulder, working that shoulder forward, just made such a difference to the posture. So I always call it leading shoulder. So if Tiffany and I are both slightly forward, our leading shoulder is the one closest to the camera. So I'll say, just bring your shoulder forward towards me this way, and they'll bring it forward. So the mistakes that everybody makes here is they bring it too far forward. They overconnect the chin and the shoulder here. They bring it too high, and it looks hunched. So this essentially is about a flirting body language. It's about, put your hands down here, Tiff, and just bring the shoulder and connect it into where you are. It's about connecting the body language of the pose and bringing the shoulder in and working the shoulder. So now I want you to go back and look at my work and notice the shoulder in every single pose. So I'm going to do a quick rotation around Tiffany, and I'm going to show you the good and the bad of what people are doing really wrong with the shoulder. Now, if you have a very curvy client and you want to slim them down, you don't bring their shoulder up. Because if you close off this space here, you make the neck look shorter, you make your client look wider, okay? But you can still bring the shoulder forward, but it just comes forward and down. So you're gonna open as much space here. We're gonna shoot a lot of curves over the next month, but I just want you to see the difference between Tiff having her shoulder forward and me having my shoulder down, okay? If I'm here, I don't wanna crowd that space. So I can still bring it forward, I just don't need to take it all the way up. Really important. The second thing I want you to watch is no matter who it is, if they bring their shoulder forward, a lot of tension goes into the arm. So if the arm is pressing up against the body, it's going to look big from side on. So you need to consider that when you bring the shoulder forward. Also, when you tell people to bring their shoulder forward, somehow their neck tucks in. And that's where you have to reposition them. So it's about constantly monitoring their position to the camera. And it's about learning your angles. Okay, if they both look too high, you need to drop their shoulder down and then bring their chin long and forward and down. If they look bottom heavy to the camera like this, you need to tip them forward, but keep the shoulder engaged. If they go too far to halfway point, bring it back or take it all the way. But you've got to look in the camera and see this angle. So the only way I can teach you that is by showing you bad through to good and back to bad again. So let me take a nice close-up shot working through Tiffany's shoulder positions, and then you can go away and practice your shoulder movements with lots of flirting and fun. Okay, from here I want you to put your hands onto your waist, and I want you just to work this shoulder forward. Okay, stop, Now just pull this elbow back. Good girl. Now I just want you to push your chin towards me now. Stop, don't move. Let me take a shot of that. Okay, if I go back to the position you were in before I told you to put your chin forward, so you start here, no, start at the start again, and then I went shoulder forward, and you were just normal chin there. So all of a sudden, when I push, let me take a shot there, when I push this chin forward, straight away I get this beautiful connection there. There it is. There's no neckline, it's absolutely perfect. Her face is sitting in a beautiful position, but more importantly, I'm going to move the hair off your shoulder so that you can see that line there. That shoulder line is what we want with everything. We want everyone to work that shoulder forward. So it's going to be very quick now to bring your chin down to your shoulder. Stop. Now that is wrong. And now what I want to do is take her back to normal position. Back to, normal head position, chin forward. Stay there, back to chin forward, and instead I want the shoulder to come forward, not the chin to come down. So this time, that's it. Now, that I love. Now straight away the shoulder's working it, but she's gone too low because she's leaning, because she put her shoulder forward, she leaned towards me. So I want you to sit up tall, Tiffany, that's it. Work that shoulder forward. Okay, you just did it again, you came straight towards me. So sit up tall, work that shoulder forward, and now bring your chin straight away to me and down. Perfect, there it is right there. And I know when I've got it because I can see it in camera. So if we look back through those images, it's so subtle. Let's see now if I push your shoulder forward even a little bit more and then sit her upright a little bit more. Now push your chin towards me. Okay, now just drop that shoulder down. See how I can move her around in frame, and I know what looks right and looks wrong. So I want you to look at people like this and sculpt their bodies until you start to see that shoulder. Now just stay in this position, and I want you to move away from me on the chair. So just walk your feet that's it, stop. Now open that shoulder up to me, move nothing else. Straight away there, I've got no connection in the shoulder, and now all I'm going to do is get her to bring her chin connection in. So bring that right in there, perfect, and long chin. Okay, now I say long chin, you may have noticed I'm just going to go down on my frame so you can see a little bit more of her body. I'm loving that right there, and for two reasons. One is I've got this incredible shape here. I've got a perfect bust line. She looks slim through the waist, and I can see this beautiful triangle, which is right here. Now, as soon as I create this space, amazingly open. Now, something I'm going to show you is if you move the hand around to the back, and that pulls this back, but she can still get this beautiful shoulder shape. Don't move. I'm going to take her still there, and I really love that. Now, that opened her up even more. So just push your chin towards me now and down ever so slightly. I'm going to take it still there. And now I want you to do a fundamental mistake would be elbow comes too far forward. Okay, so just the elbow, not the chin. The shoulder looks good, but the elbow doesn't. When the elbow dominates forward, all of a sudden the bottom half of the arm looks huge. And if it goes back too far, they pin that, there it is, right there. And that is a big common mistake right there. When she pinned her shoulder back, she loses the body language of this shot. So just bring me your shoulder back in again. So your hand has to be perfect, long chin and down, and then a tiny little smile on your lips there. Beautiful, don't move. Okay, so now I'm coming back to this position. I want to take her a step further. I want to go side on, okay, and I want you to work the shoulder forward. And a common mistake that everybody makes here is they put the chin over the back of the shoulder, and it looks very disconnected. It looks like a bit of a broken neck, and I see it particularly with very lean bodies. Put the hands straight down, Tiff, but keep the shoulder, and that's it. I see that a lot. That is a very common mistake. Also, I think you should lift up really tall. If you want to hold this position, keep the shoulder forward, that's it, but just don't put the chin down onto the shoulder. So chin towards me, but not down is what I need you to do. So just keep, that's it, stop. Now, I can very gently rotate her in this position even further, and it still looks good, but you know what looks better? Before I rotate her, I want you to tip. Okay, I'm going to change this angle here just so I can show you how she's going to tip into this frame. I want you first to tip forward like this. Perfect, don't move. Okay, now when she works the shoulder in, she's on a slight angle. See that? Perfect. I see it come into play. Long chin towards the end of your shoulder. Good girl, stay there. And then what I'm going to get her to do is bring her chin around even further. Stop. Don't move. Now, at the moment she's sitting on the back of her shoulder again. It doesn't work. She moved her front shoulder, but she didn't move her back shoulder. So now I want you to just move your whole body. Stop. That's it. Can you see that right there? Now, this works for so many reasons. Tiny little smile. Good girl. Okay, this works for so many reasons. It has got beautiful body language, great breast line, slight tilt forward. I just want to make sure the hair is always full at the back like that. And I would like this more if the hand was tilted back this way. So I've still got her shoulder forward, but I've got her arm pointing backwards ever so slightly. And I absolutely love this. It's a go-to and it's a perfect shoulder position. Long chin towards me. And just because I'm a perfectionist and it's going to save me Photoshop, I'm going to get that little lock out. I'm going to make sure it's nice and full. And then I'm going to take my shot there. So all the way around, tipping forward very slightly, Tiff. Note your whole body. And working the shoulder a little wee bit more. Good girl, there it is. Okay, now, something I don't want to do here is go directly up and down. So if she straightens her arm up and down, so just bring your hands flat, that's it. And there, that makes her body look thicker than it is. And we don't want to do that. We want to work that shoulder in. Also notice now what Tiffany's doing is she's sitting down into her chin. She's quite comfortable there. So she's going to keep sitting down into that chin. So watch the simple movement. Chin back to your shoulder, lift it up. Now, no, not backwards. Sorry. Towards me now. Now work that front shoulder. Good girl. There it is. Such a subtle, perfect movement, and it makes such a significant difference to this pose. So those shoulders, really important. Come back to the front, Tiffany, and what I want you to do is I want you to move. Let's go, put your elbows together. That's a girl. And from there, I want you to tip towards me from the back. Okay, I'm just going to lift that up. Perfect. Now I want you to engage your chin towards me and down. Don't move. I'm going to put that down so you can see perfect frame how I would shoot that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to work one shoulder there. Good girl, don't move. I'm going to take the shot. Now, let's look at the difference in this shot. One of them is, for starters, Tiffany is big busted. So as soon as she brings her hands in under her boobs, so come flat to me again, I make her boobs look smaller. So if she's back with her shoulders back like this, then there she is, right? All boobs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the focus to her face without going off on my angles using her shoulders. I'm going to get her to hold her elbows underneath her boobs. I'm going to get her to tip towards me ever so slightly. Stop, not too much. There. Now she's dominating with her face. And now to get some body language in there, all I have to do, let me take a still there, is just put a little bit of a kicker, just a, like that, stop, not even that far, real subtle. Chin up a little touch, don't let it get too low. Tiny little smile in her mouth and eyes. Good girl, that's beautiful. Now I add a fan to that and straight away I have a beautiful shot with beautiful body language, and I absolutely love what it's doing to the camera. So really, really important using those shoulders and making sure that they stay upright all the time, and then pushing their chin forward. Don't lose the chin position. Work the shoulders to the chin, not the other way around. All right, let's talk about hands. I always see 3 types of hands in an image. I always laugh about this. I always see fists. So often people are seemingly relaxed with a fist, and I often see the fist come over like this where they won't touch somebody. Also, I see the claw, which is when there's a lot of tension in the hands, and people do poses where they are down like this, but it's stiff and rigid. And then the other one is straight hands. So I call them Thunderbird hands or Barbie hands. And people often do this too, rigid hands, and then rigid hands to the face. So it always makes me laugh when people do these rigid hands. So I teach people about ballet hands. To me, ballet hands is when you soften the hand and then you move the fingers just like this, and then you have a nice soft wrist. So when the hand's hanging down to camera, it's just nice soft fingers. And I sort of speak a universal language. I say ballet hands, and people always know what I mean. I always watch poses because I can tell how experienced a photographer is by what the hands are doing in an image. Now, what I've been seeing wrong with a lot of the hands is what I call gratuitous hands. Okay, so let's look at a couple of things that go wrong. One of them is when people bring the hand up to the face and it clamps to the side of the face, all of it. Two things are wrong with this image. One is it squishes the cheeks, it squishes the chin, it's not flattering at all, and there's a big hand clamped to the side of your face. So what I teach people is to lift up nice and tall through your posture, and I teach people to cup the face but not actually hold it. Now, that looks beautiful and that really works. It also works really well if I tilt the hand back a little bit further away from the camera, so just to there. So it's not dominating in front of the face. So that's what I call cupping the chin line. Now, a big mistake that people make is that they put the hand up into the ear this way, so they're leaning forward here. I call that talking on the phone. So that to me is when you see somebody talking on their cell phone, and they've got their hand clamped over their ear. Now, we are trying to create body language. And that body language there is, I don't want to hear what you have to say. It's a blocking body language and it looks wrong. So if you want to take the weight, take it on the outside of the hair, just with the fingertips, and then tip down onto that hand so that it's actually doing something. But even that is still too much on the ear. What I would do is bring the elbow out and put the hand or fingertips either lower around the neck, or I would go on the inside of the hair and go like this and comb out your hair so it's away from your neck. That works too, but do not clamp the hand to the chin or to the ear, and do not put the hand up between the face and the hair. This is a no-no. So when they're lying down in the Ottoman pose, I see this a lot, right up under here. I would rather you take your hand out, touch your fingertips behind, and just use the weight of your hand to engage the chin. Now, gratuitous hands are when they don't need to be in a shot, and this I see this a lot. If I was going to bring Tiffany's hand up into the image, I've got to make sure it's there for a reason. So if it was cupping the face and it's a beauty shot, then it stands to reason that it's here for a reason. It's to frame her face and make it look beautiful. Now, if it was this way, so she's just bringing the attention to her chin and their really soft hands, that works too. But I just don't see the need for hands to be up on the face for no reason. Somebody said to me the other day, why is it when I look at your images and you do this shot here where somebody touches their face, why is it that when I do it, it looks really good, and when other people do it, it looks awkward? And I can only really describe it one way. If you're going to bring your hand up to your face and speak to somebody, you wouldn't be like this, would you? You wouldn't be talking to the person. That wouldn't be your body language. But if you were here, then it makes sense that it's more natural. So I want you to move the hands around until you find natural hand positions. So I'm going to reposition Tiffany right now and show a floating pose, which I see all of the time. So this is a shot that I take a lot, and remember, it's the one that I take. I'm gonna actually do a proper shot with Tiffany, but I just want to show you something. I find with floating hands, when Tiffany had her foot up on the box, she had a reason to be leaning forward, which meant the hand naturally sat on her knee, the elbow did, which meant her hand was free to do all of these movements. Now, when you're in an upright position doing a cover girl shot, you have to give me a reason to want to bring your hand up to the face. So I do lots of different poses where I do things like this, where I kind of sweep the bottom of the chin. And if you get somebody with really good natural movement through their arms and through their chin, then it works really well. But what I'm seeing is a lot of shots just like this, where for no reason we've got a hand up in the frame. And I'm just going to show you a before and after of why I think this looks wrong and why I want you to stop doing it. Also, the other one is when the hand comes up to the top of the head, it's getting clamped onto the top of the head. I turn the hand over and just touch the back of the crown. It makes a really big difference when you crop that out. It makes a big difference to the shape of the arm. And I just feel like those hands need to be treated really naturally, or they don't need to be there at all. So watch this example. So first thing I'm going to do is get Tiffany to bring her chin away from her neck, because that gives her a beautiful shape to her face. Perfect. Now, what I'm seeing is a lot of this, when people just bring a hand up to their face, and now just pull it away from your face a little bit, and even just soften your fingers a little bit, and that, I just don't see the point of that hand being there. So no matter what it's doing, whether it's on the throat, just come down, that's it, and whether it's down a bit lower, I don't know why that would be there for the shot. I would rather take the hands straight down, and I would rather put the hands out and the elbows in. So if you can just flatten your hands down, that's it. Now push your chin towards me more. Okay, now to counterweight the bottom of the waist, I'm just going to push your bum back very slightly there. Okay, now chin down. So that to me is perfect. I don't see, I'm just going to take a still here. Now when you go back into your standing position, so I just want you to go back and then bring that hand up again. Two things for me. One is the arms, the breast line really dominate through here. I don't think you would speak or flirt with somebody like this. I don't see it as a very good position, even if you're cupping and it's nice and low. I really don't see the need in a standing position to bring the hands up to the face. Now, very different if we're going to do something. Let's just try putting the hands like this. So turning your hands away, that's it, and just nice and tall, Tiff, so don't go down, and just go higher with this hand, that's it, and just touch down the top of the head. Okay, now lift your chin up to me, real supermodel. Now chin that way, just a tickle, don't move. Now that makes some sense to me if I can match the pose to her hands. So it makes more sense. Let's look at it like this. If she's going to supermodel out her hip that way, that's it, and then lift her chin up so it's really rocking that sort of supermodel pose, then that makes sense to have her arms up like that. Chin up, stop, relax your mouth. Now that to me means the body language matches the pose. Now if I put her in this position and bring her chin down and do a smiley, friendly face, or it doesn't work, it doesn't match. And what I'm trying to get you to do, even go lips together, just normal face, straight hip. If you don't make her body work, then essentially she's just a girl standing there with her hands on her head. And the same applies with the hands. So when I bring the hands in, if I bring them to the face, I'm going to bring them in here. If I'm going to bring her elbows in, and then I'm going to put her hands around her throat, that's it. I'm going to do something like that. But I need the body language of what she's doing to match the expression. Straighten your head up to me, stay forward like that, because I like that. And now tip down with your chin, stop, right there. Now that makes sense to me, more sense than the other one. Your hand's a little bit too close to the ear on this side, so just tip back, that's the one, stay there. And now bring your elbows together as close as you can. Now that I understand, because she looks like she's leaning forward in a beauty pose, but she's not. Also, we could do something, perhaps, let's go 45 degrees this way, and I want you to touch the top of your head, that's it, and then I want this hand up here, and so you're looking, no, lift that one up higher so I can't see it, good girl. Now, I want you to bring your chin through, and just, that's it, stay right there. Yeah, good girl. Right, from there, lift your chin up. Now, I understand that. I can bring the hands up around the body like that. That makes sense to me. So what I want to stop happening is just to see a random hand. So go back to the front, and I just want you, I'm just going to check my focus. Hang on, because you've come back to the front. I'm just going to do that. Perfect. This time what I want you to do is seeing gratuitous hands, I'm going to call them, when they just sit up on the shoulder. Okay, I don't want to see this. Again, it's not body language. If it goes out, that looks better. I understand that. Stay square to me though, Tiff, don't turn your hip away from me. Okay, I understand if the hand falls slightly on the inside of the shoulder, even more this way. And even then, if I'm going to do that, I'm going to bring her around into the shot like that, because I don't see it working any other way. And then tell me this, if I swap her hand to this side and then I do the same turn away, doesn't it make sense that the back hand is up instead of the front hand? So just think about where the hands are And what I think you really need to do is ask yourself, if she was flirting with me right now or talking to me, would her hand be there? So people play with their hair, so just mirror me. They play with their hair, they play with the outside of their hair, they touch parts of their body that they want you to look at, they sweep across their décolletage, they do all of these movements. These are natural movements, but a hand stiff on the shoulder, that's not a natural movement. And a hand stiff on the face, in fact a hand cupped on the face, is just not a natural movement unless they're leaning forward in a beauty pose. So let's really work through hands, and remember, we never cross the décolletage, because that shuts down all the body language. We never ever cross over here. We don't need to put our hand here. But there are some really cool things you can do to direct hands when you're in full movement. And one of those simple things like this, you can get somebody to hold their hands in the front, okay, and relax them down a little wee bit, so keep them up into frame. That's it. And I just want you to turn this way a little wee bit, and when you lean forward, I want you to use your hands and laugh. So people can do that. They can also touch their heart, which looks really beautiful. And this looks beautiful with a maternity shot. This looks beautiful hands to heart. They can also touch the bottom of the décolletage, sorry, the bottom of the bra line. Stop, that is perfect. Now that makes sense. Now if I touch the bottom of the bra line and then sweep the shoulder, both those movements make sense to me. So both hands on the heart, both hands together, laughing using the shoulder with your hands there, they make sense. But never flat. Also, we don't ever want hands to the back of the camera. I see this a lot. People will do this where they bring their hands up. That is not cool. There's nothing cool about that at all. In fact, if you don't turn it side on, it really doesn't need to be there. It should never be here. So if they sweep their hair and they're showing the back of the hand, big no-no. You know when they're forward, when they've got their hands over their knee and they do this and their hands are to the back of the camera, none of that. Okay, we always want to try and move our hands lower. Put your hands down so I can still see your face, and side on to the camera. And then the second thing I think is fundamentally wrong is symmetry in the hands. So when you've got two matching hands, so even when you're holding the collar in a shot, I don't want to see two identical hands. So like you're holding a jacket collar, yeah, just make sure one's a little wee bit different. And thumbs out. I see thumbs out a lot. People have their thumbs always out, or their little fingers are stiff, so their hands are seemingly relaxed and their little fingers are stiff. Okay, so just watching hands all the time make a big difference. Now, the easiest way to direct people is, instead of telling Tiffany to put her hand here, because she's going to do that, I'm going to tell her instead to use her middle finger and just sweep across her décolletage a little higher. So across your collarbone, stop. And as soon as she starts moving, her hands are going to go naturally into position. Now the other one is, and it's a really good one, is when you turn slightly this way and I want you to put your hand onto your upper arm. So we often see this, and people are wide hands and they're directing here, and straight away it looks wrong. So if you turn your body back to me, stop, tuck your thumb in, and instead of being back of the hand to the camera, go around a little bit more and just sort of hug the arm and lower. Okay, now turn your body back to me and push your bum back. That's it. Then you're hugging the arm, chin forward, instead of putting a big clampy arm over here. And that's really, really important. Thumbs, just push the hands away from the frame, turn them side on. Bring the thumbs in. If you can see them in frame, soften them down. If they're having trouble moving, move the hands. Like sweep the bottom of the chin, sweep the décolletage, that's it, soft. Come down the side of the face, that's it. So draw a line right down the side of the face with that's it, beautiful. Down the neckline, sweep the neckline out here and sweep it that way. You can see the difference. You can see the difference in real hands, and just make sure that you're actually creating a real body language. And then when you do that again, Tiffany, I want you to come down to here, stop. I want you to bring your chin down ever so slightly. I want you to completely relax your mouth. Make it work for the body language with the expression. Make them both work. Come up to here, and then just bring your chin forward and down, and then touch the throat down. So just kind of stop, bring your chin down now, and this elbow goes across a little wee bit more, and a tiny gorgeous little smile in the eyes. Good girl, you got it. So make it work, make those hands work. and make sure they look natural all the time, and turn them away from the camera, and don't bring the hands up to the face unless it's going to mean something.